Sycamore Board of Education would like to remind everyone that the school district does have a referendum on the ballot for the November 5th election. This is a community-driven initiative that focuses on needed additional K-8 classroom space. It includes a new second and third grade building, updates the Lincoln Trail to improve functionality in student service areas, and it includes a new 6th to 8th grade building located at the present junior high site. Phase 2 of this plan addresses needs at the high school in approximately 5 years, and that would not need an additional tax increase at that time. You can learn more about the details on our district website or go to msreferendum2024.org. I want to remind all of you to get out and vote on November 5th, and go Bulldogs.
I'll get narrow, you get wide.
Big Poppy.
We're live, D-Dubs.
Okay, welcome. Frank Dutton Field, Friday Night Football. We have USA night. It's America night here in Mahomet. The students are decked out. We've got some crackling RZ, but that's okay. We're popping tonight. We've got a tough opponent, Chad. We've got Sycamore Spartans coming down from the north side, south side, basically up 39.
Yeah.
You go up Interstate 39, not far from DeKalb.
Geography test?
No, we try to do that, and you always fail.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Here's the scoop. Sycamore's good at football. They're really good at football. They're coming down here. They're 2-0.
That's the Interstate 8 conference.
Interstate 8.
They have a lot of competition in that conference.
We've played a lot of Interstate 8 teams in the playoffs. Morris has met our end a couple times. We've played LaSalle Peru in the playoffs. We've played Ottawa in the playoffs. This is a playoff-type game here at Mahomet.
They're there very frequently.
Oh, they're ranked every year preseason. They typically win the conference, or they're right there with Morris and those other teams. We've got a lot of good football ahead of us. It's going to be a true test for our guys.
I have a lot of comments. And in just a second, I'm going to sit it down to the Godfather.
The Godfather.
Ryan Heiser sitting down.
The Godfather.
On the field. Matter of fact, Heiser, if you're down there, we're going to kick it down to you now. You've got some keys to the game. You've been studying this. What should we look out for here tonight?
Well, guys, I know we say Sycamore is a great team, and we know that. The Bulldogs are a good team as well. But I think it's going to be a very classic matchup, I guess we could say. Sycamore has one heck of a quarterback there. In Burke Gotcher, we believe that's the pronunciation. He's 6'2", 210 pounds. He draws comparisons to Tim Tebow, so you can expect him to carry the ball a lot and punch the ball down the throat of the Bulldogs. Good news is on defense, we've got a strong defensive line and a strong linebacking core that'll hopefully help combat the run. On the flip side of things, the Sycamore defense, last week they gave up 350 yards in the passing game. And that bodes well for the Bulldogs because, young Luke Dyer, I think he leads the area in passing yards and passing touchdowns. And Trey Peters, he leads the area in receiving touchdowns and receiving yards. So I think we're in for a really good matchup. I think the stats are 97% of Sycamore's plays are running plays, so we expect them to run the ball a lot tonight. We do need, that bodes well because our secondary, there's probably one of our weakest links as a team for the Bulldogs, but constantly improving. You saw them improve from the first quarter at Morton all the way through the Highland game. So great matchup here tonight, guys.
All right.
All right, Chad, I can confirm Chris from Mahomet, Chris Roberts, our halftime show extraordinaire, he confirmed that it is Goucher. Heiser, it's Goucher. Burke Goucher, he's Iowa commit. He'll play linebacker for the Hawkeyes.
No, timeout.
Excuse me.
That's the quarterback
tonight
for the Sycamore team. He's playing linebacker for Iowa. Is that what I understood?
Yeah, he's playing both ways. He's their hero. He plays quarterback on offense. He plays free safety for the defense, and he's going to play linebacker for this team they call the Hawkeyes. They're decent. They're pretty good at linebackers too.
Make no mistake about it. That kid can sling the ball. They don't like to because their run game is so good. They'll come out with 3 running backs, sometimes 4, 3 of them blocking. They'll bring their H-back in. Heiser said it. Mahomet's got their work cut out for them tonight. They have to stop the run, and they have to succeed in turnovers and special teams.
Yep, got to protect the ball. And, Chad, we said this in the Coach's Couch show, but this team plays old school, you said it, smash mouth
kick their teeth
football.
in.
The key for us defensively is, can you take the punch? Can you take the initial blow, get back on your feet like Tyson, and punch him back? That's the key to the game. Heiser talked about the run game. You talked about it in the coach's show. 97% of their plays last week.
And here's
run.
Something else, and it actually shouldn't surprise any of us that they're not a high-scoring team.
Not yet.
Well, the reason for that, at least to this point, the two games that I saw, they're perfectly content getting 2, 3, 4, 5 yards. They want to milk that clock.
Tickers.
And I have to believe if I'm the Sycamore coach, I want to wear the Bulldogs down and
Keep
get them
the
into
ball
third and fourth quarter.
Out of Trey and Luke's hands.
Absolutely.
That's definitely their game plan coming in. We're excited, though. This is a playoff-type game. We talk about it every single year. We try to look for opponents that will prepare us for the postseason. There's no better opponent in the state of Illinois for a Friday night than Sycamore coming down to our place. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens, Ryan. We'll go down to the field. We'll cut these and kill these lights in the camera. Dan, looks like Bulldogs are going to get the ball to start us off.
Let's do this.
We've got to be happy about that.
Let's do this. We got some Bulldog football. They're in the orange, the blue on your screen, left to right. Sycamore in the whites, all whites. But I tell you what, this Mahomet team looks sharp tonight in the orange. Blue pants, white trim on the numbers. I like it, though. I like the drip. The drip.
Oh, that's a young man.
Drippy.
Well, here we go, Dan.
Yep,
Looks
set
like
to
number
kick.
2.
Yep, that's Thatcher Friedrichs. He'll be the kicker and the punter tonight. We got BG back deep. And the kickoff is a good one into the end zone. They'll let that one roll for a touchback. Bulldogs will start out with the ball, 1st and 10.
Well, listen, if you're Friedrichs, you got to be happy about that kickoff. That was a college style midway through the end zone, giving them no chance to bring that out.
Legitimate kickoff. They come in 2-0. We talked about it. They've played a couple 7-8 teams. They've low-scoring battles, but they've won them both. Bulldogs coming off a tough loss down at Highland. They had a huge offensive performance both games so far. Defense is a test tonight. Luke comes out.
Now they're going to start out. Luke Dyer's going to start out with 5 wide, 4 to his right, Trey Peters to the left, and Hammer comes in motion, sets up to his left. Looks to be a quick slant. It is to Peters. Misses one. He's out to the 30, across the 30 to the 35. He'll be run out of bounds.
What I like about that play, Chad, is we spread them out early. That's kind of our go-to play. See what they're going to do matchup-wise. Are they going to go 1-for-1 on Trey? They did that time. Luke had the time. Thanks to that O-line, he had time to make the play. 1st and 10 Bulldogs. Good start.
Mason Orton sets up far right. Cade Ashby sets up to the left of Luke Dyer. Hit motion comes Hammer. I have a frog in my throat, and they're going deep to Peters.
Okay.
And he brings it down at the 41.
That's the old
of
elevator.
Sycamore.
That's
in
the
triple
old elevator.
coverage.
Triple coverage, but you know what? Once again, that O-line gave Luke time. If Luke gets time, he finds his man, throw it up high, let Trey do the work. Trey gets it above all.
They're going to go in a hurry up, no huddle.
TP, 2 for 2.
2 for 2. And it's a quick look to Trey.
Let's
They
go
are going
3
to
for
test
3.
this defense until they make him stop it across the 31, almost gets to the 30, and that'll bring up another first down.
Yeah, here's what I like about the script so far. They're spreading this defense out, and they're testing Sycamore to see if they're going to go one-on-one on Trey, and they do.
Hammerschmidt in motion. They go to the opposite side, double covered. That was actually intended for, is that Orton over there?
That was Manuel.
So
Wade had the ball. He turned to run a little too early. Common mistake. He got excited. Didn't see the ball in. No sweat.
I like
2nd and 10.
I like the play call because now they're trying to spread it off of Trey.
Yep. Look for an Ashby take here. They're going to try to mix up the little run. I gotta guess.
Sycamore comes out in a 3-4, heavy pressure. Dyer tucks it. He drags 2 guys across the 30 down to the 29-yard line where it'll bring up 3rd down in about 8 or 9.
Yeah, good play there by the defense to collapse on that pocket. That was Caden O'Donnell He's a linebacker, 6', 175 senior for Sycamore, among others, for the tackle.
Sycamore hurrying to get their 12th player
Showing
off
blitz.
the field, and they are showing blitz. They've got 6 up front. They're going to back out.
So one-on-one on Trey, but they're playing the safety over, and then they pull him back.
Well, now the safety goes to
yeah, I like it.
the opposite side. It does go to Ashby. They've scouted that well. He'll get across the 25 down to the 23. It'll bring up 4th down and about 4 or 5, 10:50 to go here.
Early on, it's interesting to see how Sycamore's reacting to our sets. So that time they show a little safety help over Trey, and then they pull it off. Trying to play a little mind games with Burner early on. I like the momentum, though. 4th and 4, we need a first down.
Channing Byers out. Wade Manuel checks in. 4 receiver set. Dyer drops back. He's got heavy pressure. He's got his man at the 20.
Yeah.
And that's going to be, I believe, Hammerschmidt
Pitch
on
and
the
catch. Pitch
That'll
and
be
catch.
a first down.
Pitch and catch. Dyer knew it. He's going to hammer that whole time on an easy out route for a first down. Don't get too crazy. Make it simple. He did the nice pitch and catch. First down. Bulldogs. We're driving.
Hammerschmidt and now goes in motion. Peters to the left. And it's a quick pump fake. Across the middle, and nearly it is intercepted in the end zone. He'll bring it out to the 5, down to the 10, 15, 20. Still on his feet and cut out of bounds about the 26-yard line. Sycamore will take over, Dan.
Yeah, the Spartans sat back in that zone defense. They switched it up. They went off man. They sat back in the zone. Carter York, the senior, sat right in there, read the quarterback's eyes, made a great play in zone coverage, got the tip and the pick. We're going the other way after a great start from the Bulldogs.
And we'll get a chance to see Bert Goucher come out, quarterback number 10.
He's their hero, Chad.
He's their hero. Heavy run game, but they do set up 2 to the left, 2 to the right.
A lot of guys for Sycamore play both ways.
And he's going to roll out Goucher to his right. Still heavy pressure by Mahomet. Pros him. And a great defensive play.
Defense.
That's going to be number 59 for the Bulldogs. I think that's Bo, isn't it? Bo back?
No, that was Paxton O'Malley, the corner, number 82 on the coverage. Bo back on the pressure.
On the pressure, okay.
Yeah, you're right. We're on the same page here, Chad.
I don't think we are, but let's keep calling it.
That was Bo bringing up the pressure, and Paxton did a great job of avoiding the PI, getting his hand around the ball, tipping it down. Good play by the Bulldog defense here early.
Well, if you're Sycamore, I think you want to come out and start establishing this run.
I'm surprised, actually, that they went with a pass in the first play. You gotta think run.
And it's a quick handoff to number 24, or is that 44? I can't see from this far out.
I think it was Cooper Bodie.
Well, those gold numbers make it hard, Dan.
Yeah, he's old eyes. I'm no help. I think we were both wrong on that. We'll get it right.
I don't know if we will or not.
No, we won't.
Well, 3rd and 1 for Sycamore, their first drive of the night. 9:39 to go, still scoreless here in the first. Almost said 4th, but there's not that much time that's come out of it.
Cade Harrell comes in. He replaces it, getting a little extra meat up there up front. He's going to come in on the end.
And here's that heavy backfield we talked about earlier. Now in motion. Handoff right up the middle, and he's really close to the first down.
I think he got it.
And they're going to call it first down.
Yeah, it's that smash mouth football that we talked about pregame. They're going to run it down your throat, and it's 3rd and 1. You got to expect it's going to be a battle of the trenches. We got to win those battles if we're going to win this game.
Cade Harrell checks out. Connor Wilson checks in on defense. We expected a lot of rotation on defense this week.
A lot of different adjustments already early on by defensive
Motion,
front.
it's a handoff right up the gut, and
Good
ankle
play.
tackle pickup of 2.
Yeah, it's a good play. That was number 59 for the Dogs. That's Bo back. Bo's coming in on that heavy package against this run defense. He did a nice job of free reining, found the running back, made the play. Short gain, 2nd and 7. Here early, 8:32 left in this first quarter. Frank Dutton Field, it's Friday night.
Carter York and Colton Sharpness will set up to the right side on receiver. Quarterback drop back. He is intending to go up top. He's got a man, and that's going to be interference.
2 flags. There's 2
all
flags.
over him.
But, Chad, there is a flag in the backfield, too. We'll see what that is. Definitely a PI on the DB for Muhammad.
I'm not mad at that. If he doesn't do that, that's a touchdown.
It's a 6. Let's see what that flag in the backfield is. I'm not sure.
Did they pick that up?
We're going to see here, folks. Coach Atkins is asking too. Yeah, it's going to be on. It's going to be on the offense. So they're offsetting.
They're
We'll
going to
replay
be
it.
offsetting, and the way that works is the first flag thrown is the one that takes precedence over the second.
I'm glad you know, because I don't. But it's good for the Bulldogs. We're going to mark them back. And avoided danger there. He had his man. Our DB got, their receiver got separation. So that'll bring up 2nd and 7. We'll just replay it. We'll run it back.
We said it at the beginning. Don't count out Bert Goucher. That kid can sling the ball. He's a true athlete.
Right, he's an athlete.
And it's a handoff up the right side, and the
Great
Bulldogs
defense.
are there.
Brock Vanderveer.
No gain on that. Back to the original line of scrimmage. That should bring up 3rd and about 6 or 7, Dan.
The all-conference senior comes up, makes a great play.
Deep back, he wants it across the middle, and he is absolutely annihilated by Brock Vandermeer, and he is still on the field, and they're going to call for the sideline to come out on that. Let's go down to Ryan Heiser. Ryan, what did you see on that across the middle?
I saw a monster hit there on Brock Vanderveer. We never like to see kids injured. But Brock stepped up in the middle when the Bulldogs needed him. So hopefully we'll take an injury timeout, and hopefully everybody will be okay.
All righty. While he's down on getting checked by the trainers, we'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with you.
The Mahomet-Seymour High School Athletic Boosters are proud to continue their support of 20 sport programs that make up MSHS Bulldog Athletics. They thank you for your continued support, and go Bulldogs. At D1 Networks, we take our role in connecting, protecting, and monitoring businesses in Central Illinois very seriously. When you need us, we'll be there, with service that sets the standard. From access control and structured cabling, to video surveillance and fiber installation, we always strive to provide creative solutions to the ever-changing technology needs of our clients. Contact D1 Networks today. Visit our website or call us at 855-836-6363.
All right, we're back here. Heavy run off the left tackle. That's going to be, I believe, it's going to be number 23, Dylan Hodges.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you, if you're just tuning in, a great catch by Carter York, but he got absolutely folded like a new shirt coming out of the laundry.
It was like Gap. I feel like we're a Gap there when they're folding at the end of the day. But Brock Vanderveer, we talked about meeting him at the line. Brock Vanderveer took that like a buffalo.
Here's the second most impressive thing about that.
York caught it.
Well, he caught it, but Vandermeer dropped back and looked like a zone. He was 10 yards deep.
Yeah, he dropped.
And let him happen.
But he had full speed. He made a great play. Give credit to York for securing it. 2nd and 6. 44. Our territory.
And in motion, it's going to be a handoff off the right side.
Heavy
pressure.
String him out.
Bulldogs will string him out.
Blocky.
And it'll be a loss of 2.
Yep.
Vandermeer all over the field early in the game with 6:05 here in the first quarter.
Yeah. But give credit to that D-line. They strung him out, gave Brock the freedom to go make that play. Connor Wilson on the pursuit for the Bulldogs. The D-line, assignment football. We talk about growing up, doing your assignments. They all read the reads. They hit their gaps. They let Brock make plays. Players make plays. He did just that. Brock Vanderveer makes a play. 3rd and 8. Big down here early.
Wow, they spread this defense out 2 right, 2 left. In motion, Colton Sharpness.
A lot of passing.
And the quarterback, heavy pressure.
Frank.
Not frazzled at all. And he is going to be knocked out just shy. We'll see where they mark it. Looks like about the 40. And that'll be 4th and 2. You got to think this is 4-down territory with the offensive line like Sycamore has, Dan.
Yeah, I think so. They play that smash mouth. They're going to do a run up the gut, but that was 30 Noah Frank on the pursuit. Got good pressure, but that hero football made a play. He got some positive yardage, 4th and 2, 5:57 left. You got to expect a run here. Load the box. Force him to pass, Chad.
Yeah, if I'm
Force him to pass.
Sycamore, I'm faking the handoff, and Goucher's going to keep it.
Load,
Let's see what they
load
do.
the box. Load it up.
And loaded it is, and it's a handoff to number 3.
There we go.
Hodges, and that'll be stopped for
There we
Bulldog.
go. Henry Wagner, the senior from the LB position, comes up and makes a huge play. Let's send it down to the Z Godfather. Ryan, what'd you see from your spot?
Gentlemen, I have one question. Who has the greatest gladiator on the field? Is it Goucher or Vanderveer? You tell me.
That's tough.
That's a tough one.
Like we knew this at pregame, right? The linebacking core is the strongest position group that we have for the Mahomet-Seymour Bulldog defense, and they're just crushing it tonight. You guys up there in the booth, I'm seeing different formations, and it looks like they're moving Bo back around. I know that first game he was playing defensive end. Now it looks like he's playing linebacker. So keep an eye out for Bo back.
Yeah. Good point, Heiser. So Bo back, if you remember your son, Ashton Heiser, playing that rover position, feel like he's playing that rover where he's got the freedom to make plays. I like that for this defense, letting Brock make plays. Everybody else do their job, but let Brock roam free. He's making those plays.
Well, safety split the field. Hammerschmidt comes in motion, goes back to the original position. And
there we go.
Oh! Yeah, I think that was intended for Wade Manuel. That'll be his second drop of the night.
Once again.
He sat in that pocket perfectly.
Perfect. Sat down. Dyer patiently found him. Again, Wade just got a little giddy. He turned his head right as he's catching that ball. See that ball in first, secure it, then turn.
Now they've split Hammerschmidt left. Trey Peters all the way across the field, and it's a reverse out by Dyer.
I like it.
And he's got a man across the middle. That should be interference. No call. He was in his back pocket the entire way.
Boy, he was draped. You're not wrong on that, Chad. He was all over Trey, but not enough to call the flag. That was – was it Goucher?
No, that was Jake Shipley on defense.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That was all over him.
Shipley, yeah, good defense. Could have went either way. Didn't go the Bulldogs' way. Dyer will set back to punt now. It's a defensive battle here early. It's a squibber. It's not a good one. He didn't get that off like he wanted to. It'll go out of bounds about the 40. They're going to mark it right at the 40-yard line. Defense will take over.
Well, just like that, we've got a ball game here, Dan.
We got a defensive battle, which here's what I noticed early. I'm surprised how much Sycamore is dropping back to pass.
They must believe they have an advantage
Yeah.
on our defensive back core.
This is not what they're known for. They must have saw something in the scout. Obviously, we've had some weaknesses in the DBs. It's no secret. But Bulldogs stepping up. That linebacking core, as Heiser said, has made some huge plays on key downs to keep everything under control. See if they can do it one more time.
Burt Goucher, Colton Sharpness to hit to the right of Goucher. And a quick handoff right up the middle. And Mahomet will have nothing to do with it.
Okay.
You know, Ryan made this point earlier. We've got a tremendous linebacking core. Here's what's surprising me early in the game. The defensive line is getting deep penetration into that backfield.
We wondered about the trenches, and right now we're winning the trenches. 32, that was Noah Frank. He's a D lineman. He penetrated that gap, found his spot on the field, and he took care of business like we do.
Well, listen,
so far, so good.
You've got Javon Tompkins up front to contend with, and he's a big boy, 5'11",
he
305.
takes up 2 or 3 gaps just by himself.
In motion again. It's a run-pass option.
They're going
and
up.
Goucher's going up
He's
top.
got a
He's
man.
got his man all alone, and he will take it 5-4, and he gets
Dives.
in. Touchdown, Sycamore.
They call
he
it
was
TD.
across
Yep,
the line.
they call it TD.
Ground can't cause a fumble. Great call by the ref. Sycamore
Yep.
strikes first, 6-0, 4:14 to go.
Yep.
First quarter.
We talked about they see a weakness in those DBs. They went up top. Got a little bit of separation on AJ, the senior. AJ couldn't close the gap. Before you know it, 6 points, Sycamore.
Well, we're going to send it down to Ryan Heiser, who had a front row seat of that. Ryan, what do you have down there for us?
Well, Goucher had a great pass, very clearly a touchdown. I know it looked like he fumbled it, but he crossed the end zone there, scored 6 points. Now they're getting ready to kick it in. We're seeing them throw more than we expected, but we talked about it in pregame as well. You know, the Bulldog secondary, they need a little improvement. Still getting better every day.
All right, thanks, Ryan. We're back here, 7. Wait, did he make that?
Yeah, he made it. Thatcher
Okay.
Friedrichs, the kicker, puts it in for the point after. Excuse me.
Now, here's the biggest question in my mind. Heiser rightly points out they've gone to the deep ball 6 or 7 times or in the first quarter.
More than 50%.
How do we adjust with those defensive backs and that safety?
It's a trick.
I think they're playing a run-heavy game, which Sycamore has clearly picked up on.
Yeah, there's no question. We've scouted them. They've scouted us. We're playing run heavy. We're going to have to make some in-game adjustments and start to play and respect that pass now. We know Goucher can complete the pass. We know our DBs need a little help, so we're going to have to drop back and play that mind game, play that chess game. I know we've got the right staff. They're going to adjust. We'll be all right. 7-0 early, 4:14 left to go in this first quarter. The kicker again, Thatcher Friedrich set to kick. We've actually got Tristan Thomas this week back deep for the Bulldogs along with Brock Vanderveer. That's a new look for the return game. Trey is up front in the second line. Kick is going to go back to Thomas. He'll let that one go. It bounces. Vanderveer wisely grabs it because it bounced right on the 1. What a great kick.
That's field presence.
That is a great kick and a great return just to grab that ball because you're right. That wasn't going to be a touchback.
Dan, I'd like to just take a moment here. We talk a lot about football, but we would like to dedicate this broadcast to the one and only.
Let's do it.
Ray Long.
Ray.
We won't go into details, but Ray is home tonight. We're very thankful that he's back at home. Certainly he's missed here. He's a 6'3", 225 wide receiver. We're just glad he's back, and we dedicate this broadcast to him.
We're going to dedicate this one to him. Raymond, glad you're watching. I know you're the biggest fan right now. Ray, this one's for you.
Dire heavy trouble, and he's going to be sacked for a loss of 2 or 3.
Yeah,
it looked like he wanted Hammerschmidt early, and it just wasn't there.
No, there seemed to be there was some confusion. The offensive line didn't hold their blocks. The receivers were a little discombobulated. Not much doing there. 2nd and 14 now after the loss of 4.
Yeah, and look how much respect that number 2 Thatcher Friedrichs is given to Trey Peters. They're going to go opposite field.
Good play.
It's an inside out, and he'll pick up about 6 on that, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, you want to get yourself in a position that you can make a 3rd down conversion. They do a nice little pitch and catch to that was Mason Orton on the reception. Nice play call from Berner, gives them a chance here on 3rd and 7.
Channing Byers sets up in the
Still
H-back.
one-on-one on Trey.
Kate Ashby left of Dyer. Hammer in motion. They're going to roll out to his left. Heavy pressure. He's going to tuck
Get a block.
And try to get close to the first down.
Man, he's awful close.
And
I think he's short.
Can't quite see the tents in our way.
It's a first down.
First down, Bulldogs. Great field presence. I know I've said that twice, but I'm going to say it all night. I don't care. They're not in charge of us, Dan.
No, they're not in charge of us, Chad.
He tucked it and run. Tremendous pressure by Sycamore to get in his face.
But, again, Dyer had the presence of mind, know where the stick is, just move the chains. We're off and around. 1st and 10.
4-3 defense coming out, and it's a counter off to Kate Ashby, who will pick up, if he's lucky, 1.
Yeah, we're going to have a battle in there in the trenches on offense as well, and Kate Ashby's not going to have a lot of room. But if we can get 2-3 yards out of him, that's all we need. Just keep the defense honest, lets our playmakers make plays on the outside.
Safety split middle of the field.
Boy, you got advantages on the right side.
8 yards deep are the defensive backs. Dyer drops back. He's looking to his left. He's going to tuck it and run. Macked up, and it'll pick up maybe 2 on that. That'll bring up 3rd and long. 2:41 to go, first quarter. Sycamore on top.
Caden O'Donnell for Sycamore did a nice job of sitting in, spying the quarterback. He made a good play If it weren't for O'Donnell on that play, Dyer's running free for a few yards and a first down, but he made a good play.
Well, here's what I haven't seen yet. I haven't seen a go route by Trey Peters picking on that safety, but there's
so
only
much
one
cushion,
safety guarding him right now.
And they're giving him so much cushion. They're giving him 12 yards cushion.
And a rollout to his right. Dyer,
he's in trouble.
Taken down. He's still on his feet. Again, still on his feet and wrapped up for a loss. That'll bring up fourth down. He likes to throw that look left, roll back out to his right. It just wasn't there.
No, Sycamore read it all the way. They missed the first attempt at a tackle. Dyer averted a major crisis, gives them a workable punt here with 4th and 7. He'll drop back to punt. We'll give it back to the Spartans. It's a better punt. Dyer will kick it. It does roll along the sidelines. It goes out. Can't quite tell where they're going to spot it just yet.
It looks close to the 40. Well, if you're the Bulldogs defense, you have to do two things right now. You have to find a way to keep giving pressure to Burt Goucher.
Yep.
And you need to find a way to give more cushion to that wide receiver they keep going to up top. Maybe cheat a safety over to one side.
Well, and you said the silver lining is we have got their run game figured out so far. We're stopping the run game. Heiser will probably have some stats for us when the quarter's up, hopefully. We think we've got the run game contained. We got to figure out this one-on-one matchups on the outside. We got to make plays.
Yeah, they're playing Colton Sharpness very close, and it's a run in the backfield. He'll ride him fumble.
That's our ball.
And the Bulldogs think they have it, and the ref says that he's down.
Come on.
That sure looked like it popped out before he was down.
Yeah, I wish there was replay in these moments.
Well, there's not, and we don't have the zebra stripes on,
That's
Dan.
tough. That's tough because a good play by Bo Back coming up through the gap. He made a great play, knocked the ball loose. Henry Wagner picks it up. They call him down on the field, unfortunately. But nonetheless, once again, containing the run. Now we have to contain the pass. So this is that chess game, Chad, that we talked about. Do you play the run? Do you play the pass? 2nd and 7. Let's see what happens.
Goucher set back, running back to his right. 2 left, 2 right. He looks, scrambles to his right. Heavy pressure. There. He's going to throw it out of bounds outside of the pocket. No flag there.
Good.
And Dan.
Yes, sir.
Right on his tail is the biggest kid on our field, Javon Tompkins, at 305 pounds.
He found a way all the way to the outside, along with Ethan Esker from the LB position. Applies the pressure, didn't give Goucher a lot of options. He throws it out of bounds. You got to think they're going past here, but look for a screen. They haven't had any screen game thus far. They may try a screen here to take advantage of that Mahomet-Seymour box. See if they can overplay, take advantage of the overplay.
Yeah.
DBs are going to be tested. Brock setting deep, scanning the field. I love his position on this play.
46 seconds to go. Goucher drops back. All kinds of time. Late blitz. And it's going to be a first down, but Brock makes him pay for it.
Yeah, he did everything right. He read the quarterback. He just couldn't make up the space in time.
That's actually what's happening.
Yep.
They're dropping Brock out of a linebacker into kind of a free safety look at the last second.
Yep, it's a great look, but he couldn't make up the space. Josiah Mitchell finds a little bit of green space. Goucher, the hero for them, makes a great pass. 1st and 10 for the Spartans.
Yeah, Colton Reed checks in. A whole new group coming in for Sycamore. Javon
we're going
Tompkins
big
comes
again.
in, and then big package is coming in. Let's see what Burt Goucher has dialed up
they're
here.
They're running this ball.
Pitch out to his right. All kinds of room. Across the 40 down to the 36-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, this is when Sycamore wants to just dictate the pace in the game. They're going to try to play that smash mouth football. That was Dylan Hodges, the senior. It's a simple play. They just do a little pitch, run forward, just 7 yards, 2nd and 3 for Sycamore. You got to think they're going to stay in that heavy package. We stay in that heavy D. Bring that extra guy in the box. Got to try to make a stop here. Hopefully a tackle for loss. We need something going the other way. They're not going to hide anything here. They got 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver set on the far side. 14 in motion, gives straight up the gut. And it's a first down, falling forward.
I think that's going to be Hodges, number 23, Dylan Hodges.
Yeah. just doesn't pull any punches. They kind of spread you out a little bit on that play. Henry Wagner makes the play, but not after a first down.
Well, that's going to be the last play of the first quarter. Let's go down to Ryan Heiser, who's got a bird's eye view. I guess you've got a field view down there, Ryan Heiser.
Yeah, not much of a bird's eye view up or down here, Chad. But I think I figured out the Bulldogs' defensive scheme here. I think the plan is to hit anybody who crosses the middle as hard as they possibly can to discourage them from catching anything in the center of the field. And that's Brock Vanderveer laying it on thick.
Well, we certainly saw that. I think it was Carter York who took the first lick. There's been Colton Sharpness. He's taken a little bit of pain for his catches. And if you want one guy laying the bacon and eggs on somebody, it's Brock Vanderveer.
Yeah, no, Brock Vanderveer can throw some punches, and he's not afraid of getting right up in them. He's taking the punches. We talked about it pregame. Take the punches, weather the storm. We're still in a good position, only down 7. We've got a great offense. Need to stop here, get the ball back. So we head to the second quarter. Bulldogs down 7 to a powerhouse team from Sycamore coming down here to Frank Dutton Field. You got to imagine they're going to stick with the run, Chad.
Well, we're about to find out as Goucher comes out. 3 receivers tied into his right. In motion comes number 14, Josiah Mitchell. And I can, you know I'm older, Dan.
Well,
I can barely make out the numbers on their jerseys, white on gold.
The only reason I go to breakfast with you is to get the senior discount.
Oh. I don't ever remember having breakfast with you.
No, that's the only reason. You get that 20% off. It's worth it every time.
Not quite there yet. Where we are is second down. It's going to bring up 5, 11:33 to go in the first half. Sycamore on top.
Sycamore falls forward, Chad, every time. That's what we got to push the pace the other way.
And a quick handoff off the right-hand side, and Bulldogs are there. He's still on his feet.
Yeah,
actually.
Once again, they have a knack of falling forward. Every play, they get a couple extra yards going forward. We need to push the momentum, the pace. We got to win the trenches in there.
Well,
and get that line moving the other way.
Huge opportunity for the Bulldogs. 3rd and about 1 deep into Mahomet's territory. 11 minutes to go in the half.
Yeah, I think on this play you got to just stack the box, force them to pass, bait them to pass, see what you can do, stack the box. You know this is 4-down territory. Let's see if we can get a TFL.
Oh, tackle for loss?
That's what we call it.
And it's quarterback keeper up the middle. Actually off the right. He's still on his feet. Hard to be taken down.
He's
Goucher
tough
on the carry, and he's going to get about 8 on that.
Yeah, he's tough. I talked about it pregame. He reminds me of Tim Tebow back in the Florida days. The guy's just a big, big beast of an athlete. When he keeps the ball, you need multiple bodies on him to bring him down. That time he falls forward again for a first down. Sycamore driving.
If I'm Sycamore, I'm coming out right now and passing. The defense is set up for the run.
I get it, but man, they're having 2, 3, 4, 5 yards at every carry.
Well, let's see
That's
if
their
we're
bread
right.
and butter.
Well, we talked about it early game. You want to control that clock.
But you're right, trying to lull us to sleep maybe a little bit.
Mahomet will adjust for it. They're still in run, and there's going to be
it's a timeout on the field.
Timeout by somebody. We'll call it Sycamore. We'll take a quick break and be right back with you.
Andrew White Dentistry is Mahomet's choice for quality dental treatment in a friendly environment. Dr. White is proud to serve his hometown of Mahomet from their new location at 1112 Broadmoor in Champaign. Call 217-359-5050 to set up an appointment today. Jackson Construction and Restoration is a family-owned and operated company specializing in residential and commercial services. We have been serving Central Illinois for over 20 years. If you want to remodel a room, restore a deck, or even start fresh with a new house, Jackson is there. And in the times of need after any fire or storm damage, our team of experts is there to help you rebuild or restore your home. Call now for an estimate on your next project.
All right, we're back, folks. We couldn't do this without our corporate partners. We're going to talk about them. Andrew White, elite level sponsor, Busey Bank, Christie Clinic, D1 Network, Jackson Quality Construction, Mid-American Bark, Subway Mahomet, our premier level sponsor, First State Bacon Forest, and our champion sponsors, Blair Concrete and the Illinois Army National Guard.
Oh, you got all those out right away. Quarterback keeper again, same play yet again. Hit once, twice, and he'll pick up another 6 or 7 on that.
You can't arm tackle Goucher. We know that. We got to bring the fleet to Goucher and bring him down in masses. Again, they're going to their bread and butter, Chad. 6-7 yards when they get into a little rhythm. We got to stop that momentum, pushing back the other way. Second and 4 on the 10.
Goucher is a big kid. He's 6'2", 210, so when he tucks it, it's taking 3, 4, 5 Bulldogs to take him down.
Yeah, you can't arm tackle this boy.
It sure looks like they're going to stay in that run. Motion comes from the far side. It is a handoff off the right, and he's got all kinds of time down to about the 2-yard line, maybe the 1. Or bring up another first down for Sycamore.
First and goal. This is a tough test for that young Bulldog defense. They're going to have to rear up, try to make plays. They're bringing in Cade Harrell, going a little bit bigger. You know the run's coming. It's similar to our diesel package. They're going to line up in a tight formation. You got to imagine they're just going to play that smash mouth football they're known for.
Well, the formation surely lends itself to that. Mahomet adjusting to it. Handoff right up the gut, and that's going to be a touchdown for Sycamore.
Tough. That's tough.
9:22 to go. Sycamore on top 13, goose egg for the Bulldogs. They had them early, stopping that run, and then they started to pass, and I think maybe some adjustments were made. It's going to take everything the Bulldogs have to adjust to this back and forth from Sycamore.
And we got to score. We got to match their energy offensively, and so far we haven't. We'll go down to Heiser right after this point after. The point after, of course, their kicker is Thatcher Friedrichs. He's been kicking great so far tonight. The snap back. Looks like there's a little movement. Yeah, a false start. It is. That'll push him back, but Friedrichs has shown so far he's got the leg for it. I don't expect they'll change anything here. They'll just back him up and start over.
Got a little trivia for you here at the break after we talked to Heiser, Dan. Sent in by one of our loyal viewers.
Oh, I love trivia, and I love loyal viewers. There's only like 3 of them.
Well, one of them's Matt Anderson, and
Oh, I know Matt.
Well, yeah, we know
he's
him,
a good boy.
But I have actually folded a shirt before in my life, Matt, but I appreciate that.
Yeah,
text.
Thanks for that, Matt. I don't believe it. Kick is up. Kick is good.
He's a tremendous kicker.
He could go another 30 yards, I think, and make it. Let's go down to Heiser. Heiser, what you got after all this?
Well, Dan, first of all, I don't know where Ben Davis is at. Ben Davis is on the stat team down here for the Bulldogs, so we have no real first quarter stats to report. What I do know is overall yardage. So Sycamore had 118 yards in the first quarter, and the Bulldogs had 83. But this last drive is what we saw, or what we expected out of Sycamore. They were running the ball, and they were easily picking up 4 or 5 yards every carry, if not a little more. So defense looks a little tired. Hopefully we can get things going here on offense.
Yeah, you called it. I mean, they went back to their bread and butter. They opened things up on that first drive, kind of kept us honest, went back to the bread and butter. Nice long drive for a score. Friedrichs to kick, Vanderveer deep, along with BG Braid and Garrett. They'll kick to Garrett. Garrett in his end zone. Another great kick from Friedrichs. That guy can kick. He's a kicker.
He's got a foot like a donkey.
Okie dokie. He is a great kicker so far, kicking it in the end zone every time. That's rare in the high school game. So stats-wise, fairly even.
Pretty even.
Time of possession.
Uneven.
Totally uneven. Let's see if we can flip the switch here. Again, Sycamore, as large as they are, as many as they are, they got a lot of two-way players. Hang in there, Bulldogs. You might have a chance to wear them out in the second
Sycamore showing blitz early. Ashby in the backfield. It's a fake to him. Quick out. And another drop. That one this time by Hammerschmidt. There's some crucial times in the first half yet today. We've just dropped passes. It's almost like they're hearing footsteps. It's not like the Bulldogs do that.
No, uncharacteristic for sure. I mean, Hammer had Easy catch there. Dyer put it right in his hands. He just couldn't secure it. 2nd and 10.
And Dyer will look to the sideline for a check down.
Just a 3-man front, Chad, for Sycamore.
Channing Byers adjusts to the up back. It's a handoff right up the middle, and he will be a little shy. That's going to be Cade Ashby. Great look for the Bulldogs.
Great look against that 3-man front. I don't know if it's an audible or a check down, but when you see 3-man front, you got to keep them honest with the run. Cade Ashby does a nice job, picks up a big gain. That's a first down. Bulldogs move the chains.
Well, we haven't seen it much tonight, but Sycamore likes to play that 3-4 offense. So far tonight, they're playing a 4-3 deep. And it's a quick inside out to Hammerschmidt. He's got a good block on the outside. He'll pick up another, call it 5 or 6, 2nd and 2 or 3, depending on where the spot lays.
Yeah, we've seen that how many times over the last 4 years? It's
$13 billion.
$13 billion, but it's a go-to play. It's a great first down play from Burner. Gets positive yards. Hammer gets that confidence back after the missed catch. Secures that one, runs it upfield. Looks like a penalty, though, holding.
Yeah, that'll bring it back, and that'll bring up
the offense. Not what you want to see after a positive play.
Mason Orton. Gavin Hammerschmidt will line up to the right. And that's a tough one right there. A little momentum stopper. That'll bring up 1st and 20.
10-yarder. You don't want that. Let's see if we can get 10 of it back. Dyer deep. Fakes, gives to Ashby. Ashby breaks one, but he's surrounded by a bunch of Spartans. Maybe gets 3. Brings up 2nd and 17 for the Bulldogs. They'll go quick. They've got spread offense. 5 wide for the Bulldogs. Peters on the far side for the Dogs. Empty backfield. Dyer deep. 3-step drop. Again, another
drop pass. That was an absolute bullet.
Yep, it was a good pass right in the basket of Trey. Trey just couldn't haul it in. And we are behind the chains once again. 3rd and 16, 8:06 left to go in the half. Need a big play here.
Well, now 2 safeties, one of them a big boy. Actually, they're going to show 3 over the top. A soft 3-man front. Dyer drops back, pressure, steps up into the pocket, all kinds of time now, whips it across. Trey Peters has it. He has the first down, still on his feet.
Go, Trey.
Across the 50, still going.
There we go.
Down to the 47-yard line.
He's okay. He's disappointed. He's okay, though. Get up, Trey. You're good.
Yeah, I think he took a quick shot at the end there.
He got chopped down on the legs, I think. You don't like to see that. You know what, RZ, let's take a quick break. We'll get to the bottom of this. We'll be right back.
Growing your family, opening your own business, retiring to travel, leaving your legacy. At Busey Bank, we know there's a lot to look forward to and a lot of planning along the way. Celebrate your life's milestones by putting your money to work. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Bring us back and let's get to the next out.
Since 1929, Christie Clinic has been delivering quality and personalized healthcare to the East Central Illinois region. Our culture is a unique blend of core values and a united vision. Christie Clinic. We listen. We care.
Well, we'll come back to Heiser here. Ryan, you're down on the field. You had a little view of that. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough loss for the Bulldogs. You never like to see players go down, and I can't quite tell exactly what the injury is, but it looks like it was his calf or ankle. Maybe even the Achilles there. I saw him try to make a juke last minute, and he got hit and went down on his own. I could tell right away he was wincing in pain. So we'll keep Trey Peters in our thoughts and prayers, and next man up on the Bulldogs.
Well, and this is the time where someone else has to step off with Trey Peters currently on the sideline.
Yeah, I mean, you're 6'6", you've got a lot of leg room, and they chopped him down there. I hope he's okay. He's getting Chris's attention on the sidelines. Chris will get him back if he's able.
2nd and 15, and that's probably going to be a delay of game would be my guess, Dan. Or is that a false start? Yeah, it's an offsides actually on Sycamore. I think they got away with one there.
So Mahomet-Seymour is the man that fills in, Chad, for Trey. He's number 3 for the Dogs. He fills in for Trey on the outside. He's on the far side now. We got Mo, Mason Orton, along with Hammer on our side, Chad.
And it's a quick handoff to is that Channing?
I think it was Ashby.
Kate Ashby on that last play. That's going to be an offsides on number 75, Owen DePaul.
I see number 50 in there, Lambo, playing some quality minutes here early. He's been playing really good for that O-line. We talk about the O-line a lot in the last couple of weeks, how they're very, very veteran-led. He's one of the new faces that's emerging for the Bulldogs. Old Lambo, number 50. Watch him. Future's bright with that kid.
And Mahomet's going to bring it in high and tight. Mason Orton lines up in a double H-back. Handoff again. It's a reverse to Hammer. He's got a blocker out front.
Get there, Ham.
Short of the first down by 2. That'll bring up 4th and 2 for the Bulldogs. Great call by Burner.
Great call. It gets you in a manageable 4th down. You know it's a 4th down territory here, so you knew he was going with 2 plays in a row he called. So this is number 2. Let's see if we can pick it up.
I like the aggressive call. You need something to change this game. You're down 14 with 5:52 go in the half.
Got to pick this up. Got to pick this up.
Dyers will drop back. Plenty of time. And it's almost picked off. That's safety. That's actually the quarterback. Bert Goucher. He came from the safety spot and just read that play the entire way.
Well, that's the old flag football look. We teach those kids in flag football to read the quarterback's eyes. Goucher does a great job. He just locked in on Dyer. He saw that play coming a mile away. We're lucky it didn't turn into 6 points.
Yeah, that could have been a walk-off 6, so to speak. Well, Coach talks about it all the time. We've got to grow up and fight through adversity, and you can't imagine a different scenario where that is more true than right now.
Right now is where we need to lock in, get a stop here before the half. You're only down 2 scores. We've got a great offense. You hope Trey bounces back. If not, we've got guys. We've got ballers.
And it's in the backfield. Not actually sure what happened there, but they scrambled out 3 nonetheless. That was actually Goucher on the carry, quarterback keeper. It should look like a busted play.
Yeah, it was totally a busted play. Goucher looked for a handoff there. No one was there, so he just made a play. He still picks up 3 or 4. We'll call it 3, 2nd and 7.
Hey, if you're tuning in from Sycamore, thanks for joining us here on the broadcast tonight. Sycamore on top 14-0.
The Spartans.
The Spartans, named after the tree, Dan.
Seriously?
Not the Spartans, but Sycamore.
I don't know about that.
I think it is.
I think you're
and it's a quick pitch out to the right. It looks like it's going to be to Carter York. And they love running multiple backs with 2, 3 blockers.
It's that old misdirection. You don't know who to guard. You got to play assignment football, and sometimes they just get it right. There's only so much you can do. They're picking up 4 or 5 yards every play. 3rd and 1. You got to imagine they're going back again to the well. It's going to be a misdirection. It's going to be right in your face. Smash mouth football. This is what they do.
Now Cade Harrell checks out. Connor Wilson checks in. They'll spread it a little bit here. And it's a handoff again, and
good play by Henry.
Play, but I think they're going to give him the first.
I don't know.
Well,
they give it to him, man. That was
really close.
Man, Henry Wagner does a great job of reading that play, fills the gap.
No,
Brock
they're going to call
along
that
with him. They give him the first down. I thought maybe they had a stop there.
You got to think that's a measurement.
50-50 at best. Yeah, at home you want to see a measurement there. You want to see a measurement. But where they spotted it, Chad, is a first down from our angle. Anywho.
Well, nonetheless, heavy backfield again, 2 H-backs. Goucher drops back. He's got pressure. He's going up top. He's got a man and just overthrew him. Once again, he just got beat in the secondary. That's something Mahomet has struggled with.
So I'm going to reverse back. You talk about Sycamore being named after a tree. I'm not debating that.
It sounds like you are.
I'm debating their mascot named Spartans is not a tree.
Clearly, I just said not Spartan, but Sycamore. Well, if you'd pay attention to the broadcast, Dan, you'd hear what we were saying.
All right. Well, the Spartans are named after a Greek army.
Oh.
Either that or Michigan State.
Spartacus?
I don't know.
Yeah,
there's only so much homework we can do.
Well, now they're going to spread it. Trips to the left, one to the right. Goucher drops back. It's a quick inside bubble.
Good read by Henry.
Wagner is there, and he'll have nothing to do with it. Loss of 5.
Henry Wagner reads it all the way, and if Henry doesn't do it, Javon going to clean it up. Javon does a nice job of releasing off. He recognizes the pass, so he's right there too, but Henry does a great job of filling the gap. We got a big play here early. 3 minutes left and counting. Bulldogs with all 3 timeouts. This is a big play. If we can get a stop here, get that ball back, make some plays, we can get it a one-score game, Chad.
If I'm Sycamore, I'm going to run this ball here, Dan. Let me tell you why.
I don't think so.
The last thing in the world, midfield, I want to do is throw an interception.
Fair enough.
Let's see if I should be offensive coordinator, and I'm not.
You're not. It's a
Goucher
pass.
rolls out. It is a pass.
You catch
and no signal yet.
I don't see it. What do they call?
I can't.
It's a no catch. It's a good hold by the Bulldogs.
Oh, there it is. That'll bring up 4th and 13.
That's a big hold by your Dogs. That gets that ball back in the hands with plenty of time. Last week we saw it. We scored in 45 seconds with no timeouts. Give Burner 2:53 with 3 timeouts. You're down Peters. He's still over here on the sideline. Nonetheless, a lot of weapons. Let's see if we can get this into a one-score game.
And Sycamore sits back to punt, takes his sweet time, end over end, pops up, and Mahomet rightly pulls away from it. That'll be spotted about the 13-yard line with 2:44 to go in the half. Mahomet desperately needs a score here going into half.
Yeah, look for we haven't seen the screen game yet from Burner.
Well, we saw it just on the last play.
Yeah, but we haven't seen him run it with success, and I think he can take advantage of some of this aggressive defense with Peters out. You know they're going to go press coverage on the outside. Let's see if we can take advantage of that.
Well, that's a chance for Orton and Hammerschmidt to come alive here. They're showing
Grow
2
up.
over the top.
Time to grow up.
Time to grow up. H-back, Cade Ashby in the backfield. And it is a give to Cade Ashby. He's got a little running room, pick up maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah, just kind of testing the waters there, seeing if we can keep them honest, and they do a good job of flying to the ball. Sycamore does a good job on that D-line, makes a good play. Only a gain of 1, maybe 2, call it 2nd and 8.
Well, Mahomet has got to establish a good run to freeze those safeties on the fake. Showing blitz backing off. To Ashby again. Up the middle, he'll pick up 2.
Yeah, conservative call, moves the chains, trying to play a little conservative, run a little clock, I guess. No 2-minute warning in high school football, so the clock will run. Bulldogs still have 3 timeouts, 3rd and 8. Call it 4,
3rd
sorry.
and 4.
Very makeable 3rd down here. Need that O-line to give him some time.
You got some heavy blockers on the right side. Snap goes back to Dyer. He'll roll out to his right. Throw back left.
He's got
is a screen. He's got a blocker. Back to the middle. He has the first down. Across the 30 down to the 34-yard line.
Go. What I like about that play is Cade did a nice job of securing the football. Once he caught it, he put 2 hands on the ball, made sure he gets that first down. Now we got some tempo.
And they will go to the hurry up. 3 receiver set. Fake handoff to Ashby, looking across the middle.
Take a shot.
He throws it behind the DBs, and great what do you call it? breakup.
Pass
Good
breakup.
Lord.
They call that a PBU.
Yeah, that's going to be Thatcher Friedrichs. What a great play.
Yeah, Friedrichs, the kicker? He's doing
Well,
everything.
Isn't he number 2?
He is. I guess I didn't realize he's DB, but he made a great play there on the PBU. They call it a PBU, pass
What's that?
breakup.
Oh.
Did a good job getting his hands in there. Dyer took a shot. You got to take a shot.
You have to keep them honest. 3 key offensive players on the field for Sycamore. Dyer will roll out again to the right. He tucks it, and he's going to be hit. He breaks one, breaks the second one, and it'll get maybe 2-3 yards out of that. After all said and done, it'll bring up 3rd and long. Clock still ticking,
Yeah,
1:11
you call
to go.
timeout here. He's going to hurry it up. Atkins wants him to hurry. 2nd and 10.
Snap
106.
it. That should have been a penalty, and it is. 12 men on the field.
Yep, good job by Coach to hurry that up. He saw the advantage. Substitutions going on Sycamore's side. He caught him in the middle of substitution. That'll be a freebie. And the clock will stop, 58 seconds. We still got all 3 timeouts in our pocket. Plenty of time for the Dogs. Look for Mason Orton on this drive to make a play.
Well, one way to get away from those these safety stands is a go route. You slant them across the middle of the field, and now you've got double coverage.
Yep.
And we haven't quite seen that yet tonight.
They got a lot of playmakers at every level, don't they, the Sycamore Spartans?
Alternatively, you hit one side in a go route, and you slant the other one underneath the second safety.
Open things up.
Open it up.
Open it up. 58 seconds. Lots of time. 3rd and 6 is the key down for the Bulldogs. Actually goes against Sycamore. They'll mark it off
I
here.
haven't seen the mark off yet.
Should be 3rd and 1 after they step this off. 3rd and 2. I don't know who's counting down there.
I don't know. That sure looked like a short 5-yard walk-off.
I don't know what's going on with that.
In either case,
thought we were at home, Chad.
3rd down for the Bulldogs in a must.
Man, last time I
down.
checked, this is Frank Dutton Field. The math ain't mathin'.
Oh,
as the kids say.
I don't even know what that means.
Well, 3rd and 2. We got to pick it up.
Channing Byers sets up as the H-back. And it is a handoff.
Get there, Ash.
Ashby across. He has a 1st down close to the 50 and at the 49, and they're going to hurry this up with 53 seconds to go.
Yeah, now plenty of time. Still got lots, all 3 timeouts. Dyer waits for the clock to wind and stay on the ground.
Ashby again, he shifts left and right, and he'll pick up 6 on that.
Really good patient run from Ashby, showing a little bit of experience there, waiting for the holes to get open. Then he hits it hard. Big 7-yarder for Ash.
And you got to think at this point
Here comes
they're going to try
timeout.
to just get the 1st down and get a timeout.
Yeah, it's coming here.
27 seconds to go.
You got to think that now they're going to keep the pace. 27 and ticking. As soon as they mark it, that clock will tick. Dyer he's got his play.
And there's a signal from the ref. Time does start, and there is a
timeout.
There is a penalty thrown pretty early. I don't know if that was a false start. There were 2 guys on the field hugging each other. I don't know what that was about.
Well, that's a whole nother game.
Yeah, that's not football.
I think that's homecoming dance. That's next week.
Oh, warm embrace.
Yeah, that's
23 seconds to go. Bulldogs 0, Sycamore 14. Bulldogs moving the clock. And that's going to be a false start. Timely, because as soon as they set that ball, that's going to be a go.
That's a toughie.
And now they're going to show a prevent defense.
Still plenty of time with 3 timeouts. I know the clock says 23, but there is plenty of time for this offense.
And the refs are going to call that.
Now we get a timeout.
A timeout for the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back with you.
The Mahomet-Seymour High School Athletic Boosters are proud to continue their support of 20 sport programs that make up MSHS Bulldog Athletics. They thank you for your continued support, and go Bulldogs! At D1 Networks, we take our role in connecting, protecting, and monitoring businesses in Central Illinois very seriously. When you need us, we'll be there, with service that sets the standard. From access control and structured cabling, to video surveillance and fiber installation, we always strive to provide creative solutions to the ever-changing technology needs of our clients. Contact D1 Networks today. Visit our website or call us at 855-836-6363.
All right, we're back here, Frank Dutton Field. 23 seconds to go.
A key,
First and 15.
Key drive here, Chad, because Spartans get the ball coming out of the half, so we really need a score here to keep this game within a one-score ball game. Them getting the ball out in the second half, we need this momentum.
Trey Peters still on the sideline. Bulldogs marching ahead without him. Heavy blitz from the outside. He doesn't see it. It's a fumble. Bulldogs will recover it, and that'll probably. Yeah, let's see. They're not. They're going to take this in. They're going to tuck this into.
Yeah.
There is one more timeout. 10 seconds to go from Coach. He never saw that blitz coming from the opposite side.
And good awareness from Phillip Daniels to make sure he recovers that fumble. The backside came loose. Dyer didn't see it coming. He was getting ready to chuck it just as he's passing. Spartans make a good play. 10 seconds left. We've got one timeout remaining now. We're stuck now on the 48, our side of the field. We need something big here. Look for a play to hammer. Get him in space. Let him make some plays in space, ideally. You're down Peters. Peters still over here on the sideline. Looks like he's not getting treatment. That's a good sign. I mean, we're not going to get into injuries by any means, but it's a good sign that he's not receiving treatment and he's not in the locker room, Chad. So it gives you a little hope going forward for the second half. 10 seconds left. Here we go.
Sycamore coming out with three safeties, showing blitz from the outside. Colton Metcalf-Polis, it's an inside bubble screen. He's got a little space.
Get there.
Tacked up across the 40, stumbles to the 31-yard line, 1 second to go, and I think he got the timeout.
He got it.
They'll have one more strike.
That was Bryson Tiefenthaler. We haven't talked about him, a sophomore, Chad, that made the play, number 80 for the Bulldogs, stepping in with Trey's departure, seeing new faces out there. Did a nice job on that inside screen. I don't know if it was a screen or a slant.
It looked like an inside screen.
Yeah, so he does a good job of picking up the first down. Gives us a chance here to score with 1 second left. All right, let's set the table here. What play do you have drawn up for this one?
I think you're going to flood the middle of the field to take those safeties out of the mix and shoot someone across the back of the end zone.
Take a one-on-one shot. Dyer's got the arm. There's no question. He's got the arm to make the end zone. It's just a matter, you got to get some separation and go high point the ball. Guys like Mason Orton, totally capable. Hammer, capable. Even Wade Manuel, get him loose. You got to think you're going for the end zone here with 1 second.
And you're going to look to Colton Metcalf-Poulos at left tackle to really hold that line. And he looks like he's only going to have two-man front.
Wow.
Shouldn't be too awful hard. They've got 8 men in the back. Make that.
Oh, boy, this is a tough go for Dyer.
And they're going to show blitz from the linebacker position. He's got time.
You got time.
And he's going to be sacked at the 48-yard line.
Yeah.
That'll take us to a wrap. We're going to go down to Ryan Heiser, who will have Coach with us in here in just a second. He'll be down on the sidelines with Coach.
Stick with us. Ryan is queued up and ready, waiting on Coach.
Okay, let's send it down to Ryan.
Ready to go.
Ryan, take it away.
You're live, Coach. What did you think of the first half?
I think it's a hard-fought, competitive game. I wish we could have the first series of the game back. Unfortunately, we had that turnover down there, and we knew before the game, as long as we could play physical, it'd be a 4-quarter war. But we got to limit the penalties and the turnovers. That's the reason they're up 14-0 right now. We got to start the second half with a stop. There's no doubt. We can't let this thing get out of hand. And if we can get some things fixed offensively, I think we'll be able to get back in it and keep fighting till the end. That's the name of the game. I'm proud of our effort in the first half. We got one more half to go. Let's see what we got.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Good luck.
All righty.
To get things going offensively, we finally saw the Bulldogs having some successful runs down here with Ashby punching the ball through the middle. We expect more of that in the second half. And, drops really plague the offense here. So if we can limit the drops, I think the Bulldogs have a better chance of scoring in the end zone.
Yeah, well said, Ryan. Hey, stick around. We've got entertainment for you here. We got the band out here. My favorite part.
Yeah.
I want to hear some
Band,
drums.
the flag girls, the drums, the whole nine. We're gonna
Stick
play
around
it live
after that for the Chris Roberts halftime show, and we'll be back after this.
You won't want to miss it.
Andrew White Dentistry is Mahomet's choice for quality dental treatment in a friendly environment. Dr. White is proud to serve his hometown of Mahomet from their new location at 1112 Broadmoor in Champaign. Call 217-359-5050 to set up an appointment today. Jackson Construction and Restoration is a family-owned and operated company specializing in residential and commercial services. We have been serving Central Illinois for over 20 years. If you want to remodel a room, restore a deck, or even start fresh with a new house, Jackson is there. And in the times of need after any fire or storm damage, our team of experts is there to help you rebuild or restore your home. Call now for an estimate on your next project.
All right, we're back at Frank Dutton Field at halftime, and the Bulldogs are trailing this game 14-0. And the band is on the field. The number one band in the land, the Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs, are on the field. Let's take it down the field here shortly and listen to some great tunes.
The Marching Bulldogs. The band, under the direction of Michael Stevens and Dylan Gray, is excited to perform a portion of their 2024 competition field show for you tonight. Our show is entitled Don't Cry For Me and comes from the Andrew Lloyd Webber Broadway musical, Evita. Drum majors, Taylor Bart, Craig Kogel, and Ellie Dilger. Is your band ready?
I'll help you spot some soloists. Oh, soloists.
Marching Bulldogs, the field is yours for performance. round of applause for your marching Bulldog.
Great performance by the Bulldogs marching band as usually here at Frank Dutton Field. The Bulldogs are trailing this game at halftime, 14-0 against Sycamore, but plenty of time to come back in this second half. We're joined by Coach Alex for tennis. Alex, how you doing tonight? A great job to start the season. Awesome job.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks for the invite, and I appreciate being up here in the booth.
Tell me about how the season's going so far, which is good, and what you got, how your players are adapting to the new season, and your seniors along with the juniors and so forth.
Honestly, I couldn't ask for a better start of the season. Right now, we are 7-0, and so we have 3 matches coming up next week against some tough opponents, being Central, Pontiac, and at home against our conference rivals, Mattoon. But being 7-0 is more than I could have asked for. The girls are playing fantastic, and big kudos to them for having a fantastic offseason where they worked their butts off.
That's good for them. And now you do boys tennis too, right?
I do in the spring.
Okay,
yes,
and what's that look like for coming up for next spring?
So this will be our 4th season since we started the program. We had about 20 kids last year. We had a good season. We had a couple of boys, Jacob Atterbury and Caleb Boucher, make it to state.
Awesome.
And so that was a first for us as well for the boys program. So, yeah, it's coming along really nicely, and having those courts has been a huge blessing.
Okay, now I brought this question up before off the air. Outdoor tennis is great. If it has to go to indoors, how do you approach that if you have to go to indoor tennis weather-wise?
Yeah, that's much more difficult, obviously. Yeah. We don't play any indoor matches at all in the high school level here at Mahomet. If we get snowed out, we have to wait for a different date. But in the off-season, we don't have much choice but head over to Champaign and Urbana and go to Dodd Center or the Atkins Center and just get these girls and boys playing as much as possible because, Chris, there's no substitute for hitting tens of thousands of tennis balls.
Exactly. Well, keep up the great job, Coach. Great season for the girls, and keep up the awesome work you're doing. And
Thank you.
By the way, I don't think I'd be able to come into a tennis match because I wouldn't be able to hold down the racket.
I gotcha.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Well, Chris, before I leave, I got a few shout-outs here. I got to have a big shout-out to Evie Hillert, to Eliza Agate, Ilana Religioso, and, of course, the Violet Franklin.
All right.
Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Coach Alex. Have a good night. Go Dogs.
Appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Hey, let's take this break. We'll be back after this on the Bulldogs TV Network.
Growing your family, opening your own business, retiring to travel, leaving your legacy. At Busey Bank, we know there's a lot to look forward to and a lot of planning along the way. Celebrate your life's milestones by putting your money to work. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Since 1929, Christie Clinic has been delivering quality and personalized healthcare to the East Central Illinois region. Our culture is a unique blend of core values and a united vision. Christie Clinic. We listen. We care. The Mahomet-Seymour High School Athletic Boosters are proud to continue their support of 20 sport programs that make up MSHS Bulldog Athletics. They thank you for your continued support, and go Bulldogs! At D1 Networks, we take our role in connecting, protecting, and monitoring businesses in Central Illinois very seriously. When you need us, we'll be there, with service that sets the standard. From access control and structured cabling, to video surveillance and fiber installation, we always strive to provide creative solutions to the ever-changing technology needs of our clients. Contact D1 Networks today. Visit our website or call us at 855-836-6363. Andrew White Dentistry is Mahomet's choice for quality dental treatment in a friendly environment. Dr. White is proud to serve his hometown of Mahomet from their new location at 1112 Broadmoor in Champaign. Call 217-359-5050 to set up an appointment today. Jackson Construction and Restoration is a family-owned and operated company specializing in residential and commercial services. We have been serving Central Illinois for over 20 years. If you want to remodel a room, restore a deck, or even start fresh with a new house, Jackson is there. And in the times of need after any fire or storm damage, our team of experts is there to help you rebuild or restore your home. Call now for an estimate on your next project.
Growing your family, opening your own business, retiring to travel, leaving your legacy. At Busey Bank, we know there's a lot to look forward to and a lot of planning along the way. Celebrate your life's milestones by putting your money to work. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
All right, well, we were back here after halftime.
We're back.
Special guest RZ in the booth, Bulldog alumni Jake Waldinger. Jake, glad to have you on here.
Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Playing up at Wheaton College. We always like to see players go on to play. Players going to play, Jake. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Players going to play.
They're going to play, and as we get to set to kickoff, 23 seconds to go. Jake, what do Bulldogs have to do here in the second half?
Offensively, we gotta attack. The run game they really got going towards the end of the half. I could see them going back to that. We gotta stay away from Goucher in the pass game. He's obviously their player going to Iowa. Gotta stay away from him. Get the run game going, and then we can open it up. Obviously a little different without Trey, but Luke Dyer's got plenty of other options with Hammerschmidt and Orton and other guys, Manuel out on the outside. So start with the run game. That will open things up in the passing game.
Well, we're going to see what happens here. A onside kick early,
and
the Bulldogs retrieve
there
it
we go.
At the Sycamore 40.
Great momentum shift right there.
Pulling a rabbit out of a hat early.
Davis, great kick.
I don't even know what to say, Jake. You come into the booth and the Bulldogs pull off an onside.
It's magic.
You should stay more often. Your dad is kicked out.
Great start. All right, I could see run game coming right away, especially with field position. and how Ashby was running towards the end of that half.
I agree with you. Trey Peters still unknown. In the meantime, you've got Orton. You've got Wade Manuel set as receivers. Kate Ashby in the backfield. Can't see who's on the far side. You've got, I can't see it, Jake.
Hammerschmidt and can't see the outside guy.
Hammerschmidt in motion. It's a reverse. DeManuel, another fumble. And he's going to, he's dropped 2 passes in the first half, gimme passes.
Yeah.
And a missed pitch there. I like the call, aggressive call, but that's going to be a costly, what is that going to be?
Second
and almost 20.
Almost 20, yeah.
Well, so momentum, come out with it. Put the brakes on it early, 11:30 to go, third quarter. Quad set to the right, single to the left, empty backfield.
Looking for a little rollout here. Screen pass.
Inside screen pass to Hammerschmidt. Doesn't quite get the block he was looking for, pickup of 2.
I like the idea, though, on 2nd and long. Get us some of those yards back with a screen pass. Worked earlier in the game, too, for a good pickup. Now they got to take a shot.
You about have to. It's 3rd and 17.
Yep.
This is a must first down here if you're the Bulldogs.
I'm thinking Hammerschmidt's going to step up here as the new number 1 guy. You also got Orton here on the outside. Look for one of those 2 guys coming to them.
And the safety's going to cheat over to their side.
Yep.
Dyer rolls out to his right. Heavy pressure in the back. Great block. And he's just going to tuck it and try to run. Doesn't see the guy coming from the back, and he'll pick up 3 or 4 on that, and it'll bring up 4th and long, Jake.
Yeah, I like the idea with the rollout. Give him a little extra time. There was just nothing downfield. He just got what he could. Probably going to have to punt here. Good momentum shift at the beginning of the half with the onside kick. Now defense is going to have to step up here, get a stop. Still a 2-possession game here, Chad. We're not out of it. Got to keep getting stops. Defense got to keep playing pretty well with the Sycamore offense.
4th and 14, I think right now
they're going to do the quarterback
punt. They're going to quarterback punt, but
yeah.
It's still early in the second half. That's going to be an up and down. No one quite sees where it is. It's going to be spotted about the 19-yard line where Sycamore will take over. Jake, we saw early that Burke Goucher was going to the air.
Yeah.
He was throwing high ball. He's a great quarterback, throwing high balls. They thought they had him beat, and they did 3 times out on the outside. Then they went back to the run. What are you doing if you're the offensive coordinator here?
I think based off the first half, I think I'm going back run early. Again, kind of similar to what I said about our offense. Open it up a little bit with the run, see what they can get there, and then that'll set up play action and rollouts for their playmaker. Maybe even get their guy number 10 out in space too, because he can make plays with his legs as well. But we'll see.
Well, let's see what Goucher has drawn up. It's a fake quarterback keeper on the outside, and he's going to be shoestring tackle, pickup of 2. Good read by the linebacker. I think it's going to be Brock Vanderveer on the tackle. And the one thing we've seen early is that we're not playing traditional. Is that the quarterback? Is that Goucher down?
I can't tell, Chad.
That is going to be Goucher.
Yeah,
but he will walk this one off. What we've seen early is let's go down to Ryan Heiser, who had a view of that. Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, Brock Vanderveer tackled Goucher at the ankles. Shoestring tackle, I think, is the terminology you guys just used. You could tell that his ankle got twisted up pretty severely. So, it's hard to determine whether he'll come back in the game or not. It might just be a low ankle sprain and tape it up and see him back in here for some action. But I have some stats there for the second quarter. They're only reflecting the second quarter and not the half. But pretty even matchup in the second quarter. The Bulldogs had 36 yards rushing, while Sycamore had 80 yards rushing. The Bulldogs were 9 of 17 in the air for 130 yards, while Sycamore was 4 of 8 for 76 yards. So Bulldogs had a total of 166 yards of offense, while Sycamore had 156. Time of possession was 11:41 for the Dogs and 12:19 for Sycamore.
Well, thanks for that update. And that's going to be – Jake, who is it?
I believe it's Isaiah Fairback, the junior, number 12, if I'm seeing that right. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's checked in for Burke Goucher, who had a little ankle roll. Great defensive play by the Bulldogs. He was outrun there and made up some space at the end there. 4th and 4, 8:50 to go third quarter. And Sycamore, for the first time tonight, is going to punt.
I was thinking they're going to just run there with the new quarterback coming in, but they took a shot right away. Interesting to see that with the backup coming right in.
Oh, and Vanderveer, I don't know if he got a finger on it, but that was really, really close. Ball bouncing down about the 22.5, 23-yard line where Bulldogs will have another shot here in the third quarter.
Good response by the defense after that, the 3 and out from the offense. Let's see what we can do here. Now, Burner made some adjustments. See if we can get ahead of the sticks here early.
You mean like the Sticks, like the band from the 70s?
I honestly don't know what the Sticks are from the 70s. I'm too young for that, but yeah, I'll go with that for sure.
Well, let's see what Burner has dialed up here. Ashby in the backfield. Channing Byers leads the left. Ashby with the cutback, and he'll pick up 2 on that play. Still going.
Gain of 4. I think he got up to 4. Yeah.
Well, if you can stop Sycamore while their quarterback's out and pick up points, that's going to be a key for us, Jake.
I think this is a big drive here for the offense.
And for the first time tonight, we see that left safety cheating up. I don't know if they're going to be blitzing or what on here, but that's an opportunity in the backfield, and Ashby will have nothing to do with it. He'll get across the 35, and he'll pick up a first down.
The run game's working, Chad. The run game's working. I'd stick with it until they can stop it. But with Goucher out now too, you could maybe look to take a shot here too.
Well, that's a really good point. He was playing both sides. He was playing safety. That's going to be an offsides. That'll bring up 1st and 5 for the Bulldogs. Never want to get.
From the looks of it, it looked like that too. Obviously thinking about him, playmaker in our offense, but Luke Dyer's just going to have to adjust here.
Well, this is when you got to dig deep and find other players that have to step up. Coach has been talking about it all year. We need to grow up, and someone needs to step up here. We've got the depth, but we've got inexperience at the depth. So let's see what happens here. Motion comes from Hammerschmidt to fake to him. Luke Dyer tucks it, and he's going to be, for the 4th time tonight, sacked for a loss. He's staying, the one thing I've noticed so far this year I always want to say Adam. It's not. It's Luke. It's Luke Dyer. He's done really good in the pocket, but tonight for some reason he hasn't had the field presence to just tuck it and run when he sees it collapsing.
Yeah. That's a good point, though. He has stayed in the pocket, which I like a lot.
Ashby on the carry off the right side, hit once, twice, and he'll get a first down. As you point out, Jake, the run game's working.
Yep. Our O-line in the run game has been playing really well tonight. I'd keep using that to our advantage and make them stop us there.
Well, you got a lot in that H-back position. You got Channing Byers. He's a big body for a blocker, and right up the middle, and he's hit. Is actually going to be Cade Ashby again. He's getting a lot of carries tonight.
A lot of touches. Going tempo now.
And they want to snap the ball before they get off.
Yeah,
that should be a flag, and it is. There's another one.
Yep.
Second time tonight. Well, you got to take that shot. You got a free play.
Good idea. Free play. Just got to throw it up, see what you can get.
Second time tonight where Atkins has been screaming that he knows they're switching defenses, and they've got him 2 times tonight, total of 10 yards and penalties.
That's definitely a scouting report film type thing that he saw early in the week or when he was doing his studying, and was looking to take advantage of that. That's why they were going tempo.
Well, with that, it'll bring up 2nd and 1. And referees are going to move it up a little bit. They're going to give him another few inches. We'll take anything we can get right now, Jake.
Yep.
Cade Ashby, Channing Byers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Luke Dyer the snap, handoff to Cade Ashby. He's across the 40. That's good enough for a first down, almost down to the 39.
Keep feeding him. Keep feeding him.
Let the big boys eat. You know, this is something that I really like to. I've said it several times, but Channing Byers in that H-back position, that's a big blocker.
It's a big boy.
Big lead blocker.
And he does his job well. He's not afraid of contact at all.
Safety softening up a little bit.
Corner's off too here.
Corner's off. They're showing them respect. They know they can hit him, but Ashby will keep eating.
Yeah.
Across the 35.
Keep going.
Down to the 34 for second down. It's surprising, though. Actually, Sycamore has a really good defensive line, but they run that 3-4 a lot, which means two guys are naturally 3, 4, 5 yards off.
Yeah.
It gives you a little speed.
Yep.
Hammerschmidt motion from the near side to the far side. Two to the left, one to the right. Ashby to the right of Dyer. And he comes back in motion. It's a fake to him. Ashby will take it again, and they're just going to keep feeding the monster down to the 29-yard line.
Chad, I think that sets up a jet sweep later on, too. They faked it there. But
we haven't seen that tonight.
I could see him giving it to Hammer here. Maybe not this drive, but definitely eventually.
Well, you think you want to run that to the weak side.
Yes. You don't. Yeah, you want to run it to the boundary side. We got more blockers out there and less guys. You want to attack the corner and the safety over there.
And it's a quarterback keeper. And he's wrapped up there. Good enough for the first down. So, hey, look, they're running left, running right up the middle. Dyer keeps it.
Tempo.
4:30 to go.
They're getting the subs again. Yep. Trying to get a free play here. Got it.
And there's another third time tonight. And just a little bit overthrown to his left. Hey, I like it. When you've got that penalty, go for gold.
Take a shot. You got nothing to lose.
Here's the one thing that does make me scratch my head. They're taking that shot to the left side of him.
Yeah.
That safety's way back here. Hit him on a quick slant or something.
Yeah.
Whatever the case is, it's 1st and 10, 4:25 to go. Bulldogs down 14 to Goose Egg. That's double zeros, Jake.
Double zeros. But we're in the red zone. We're getting to the red zone.
We're getting to the red zone.
We're close. Might be in the red zone now. I think that's the penalty yardage that they're adding.
Yeah, there it is. We're 3 yards from
3 yards away.
3 yards away. Something tells me they're going to pick it up here. A lot of shifting on that. Braden Lamb in at the left.
Got jumbo pack
tackle.
in here.
Jumbo packages in. The buffet eaters are up front. Let's see what they dial up. Hammer in motion. Fake to Hammer, again to Ashby. Cuts it left and right. He's really good east to west.
Yep.
He's got great cuts left and right.
He's hard to take down, too.
Well, he's a small kid, and he's just so close to the ground.
And he runs hard.
Mason Orton sets up left with Hammer.
Channing has a Y off here, tight end type. Guessing he's going to come back and block again.
Handoff again. He's got a little bit more
room.
room.
Go. Another first down.
Another first down. He's just getting 2, 3, 4, 5 yards. They're eating a lot of clock, but they're keeping Sycamore off the field.
Yep. It'll be interesting to see. I haven't seen Goucher come back in on defense here, unless I missed it. Yeah, I don't see him out there. So it'll be interesting to see next drive if he comes out on offense, because that's obviously a big factor for our defense. But we just got to worry about scoring here first. Get it within one possession, and we can play ball.
Well, they got Hammer on an island out there, and the backs are cheating into the inside. It's going to keep going. Ashby down to the 19. Sorry, that's down to the 14-yard line. Second down. Hey, I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it.
You got to think.
It's been working.
The strategy is milk that clock. You have to have at least one turnover in the fourth quarter to get this ball back.
Yep. I feel like after the last drive, they're confident with their defense as well. So,
Ashby again.
There it is.
They're just going to let the big dog eat. Hey, Jake, I don't know if you know this, but the new NCAA football game came out. Have you played any of that?
I've played plenty of it.
Have you?
I think we've had a little run against each other. It's pretty equal right now.
Well, what was the last score?
Do we really want to bring that up?
I don't know why we wouldn't.
All right. What was it, 93-3 or
91 to 3.
91 to 3. And RZ, guess who won that game? I'm assuming Jake. Yeah.
He had Ohio State for crying out loud.
You had Alabama.
Well, you got to have Ohio State at all times.
What was the score?
91 to 3. Remember this game?
I thought it was 91 to 9. I thought he got
Oh, 9. Yes, I think you got a late one.
Well, we can just go ahead and erase that back off the
91
record
to
book.
9, I believe was
But
the final. I got to
Let's go down to Ryan Heiser, who saw what happened. We had an injury there on the field. Ryan?
It looks like a soft muscle tissue problem. Can't be for sure, but he got off and jogged off on his own accord, so that's a positive sign for the Bulldogs here. Sycamore defense, they got a few late hits out here on that, so hopefully the officials will catch on to that and slow that down a little bit here. But the Bulldogs are no longer one-dimensional. At the end of the first 2 games, you would have asked me, it was very heavy pass attack, but right now, Bulldogs are showing heavy run, and they're having a lot of success with it.
Speaking of heavy run, they give to Vanderveer on the diesel package. I like the adjustments, guys, that we made after half. We talk about giving a taste of their own medicine.
Yeah.
Like, this is Sycamore football that we're seeing. Taking the clock out of the picture. If we can get another stop, score here.
And another stop.
Get another stop. We're right back in this game.
What do you think of that onside kick to start the second half?
I was actually in the bathroom.
Wow.
I'm sorry. You're going to have to tell me about it. Diesel package. Diesel package again.
I don't think I've ever heard you say that on
4th and 2. Focus, Chad. Focus. Diesel package. Brock Vanderveer deep in the backfield.
I'm passing here.
I feel like there's an audible situation, maybe. Brocky.
He got it.
Yeah, they're
sticking
going to
with
mark
it.
him short.
Are they?
Nope.
First down. I got it.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, you got the first down. I thought you meant touchdown.
Oh, okay, no. Yeah, I was talking first down. That's on me.
Ryan said it like, you talk about one-dimensional. I don't think so. Not anymore. You're going to have to be honest with our offense now.
Yeah.
Showing good strength running game. Muscle man.
Well, I do want to give one more shout-out to Ray Long. Ray, hope you're watching, buddy. Hope you're healing up. Certainly do miss calling your number out here. We're dedicating, Dan, this.
It's a Ray Long game.
The Ray Long game. Is it short?
Well, we need a short game for a Ray Long game.
Here we go.
There you go.
Okie dokie. I do love this drive, though. It really is methodical.
They've eaten up about 9 or 10 minutes.
Huge, huge. We talked about halftime adjustments last week. Didn't do a great job of making those adjustments this week. Coaching staff, give them credit.
Jake, I think I'm going to do what's called passing the torch. Why don't you just go ahead and call play-by-play here the rest of the series.
All right.
Young men. It's a young man's game now. Jake, it's all yours.
I think that's well received. We all know that.
You notice how we cut his mic?
Right away. All right, we got Dyer under center. We got a jumbo pack given to Brock. And he pushes in. I think he's a little short here. Yeah, down at the 1. They're going to go tempo, back right into it, back into the diesel package. There it is. Touchdown. Ashby gets in. Rightfully so. Ashby deserves that drive to end in the end zone. Great drive by the Bulldogs. Much needed drive. Again, we took off nine-ish minutes. Now we got defense coming out to get another stop. Momentum on our side. Huge drive for the Dogs.
Now, we talked about this with Coach earlier in the Coach's Couch segment today. But the one thing that stands out to me about this drive, apart from that they've just totally changed the offensive strategy, is that the defense has had a rest for 9 minutes.
Yeah, and they absorb the punches, Chad.
Davis's PAT up and good.
We talked about absorbing the blow, but weather the storm. So far this half, they've weathered
Be the
it.
Buffalo.
Be the Buffalo.
Whatever that means.
No, you called it, Jake. They rewarded Ashby with the TD. He was a freaking workhorse on that drive.
Oh, yeah.
Nickel dime, burner.
At least 10 touches.
Just kept going to the well. They couldn't stop us.
They couldn't
3-4
stop it,
yards at a time. We'll take
No,
it.
that's a really good point, right? Because Vanderveer only comes in that diesel pack. They could have easily just given it to him.
Yep.
But psychologically, he's in the end zone now, right? His Jets are on.
Yep.
Did we see another onside?
I don't think so. I don't think they're gonna risk it now with getting that score. I think they trust in our defense after the last drive, especially if Goucher's still out. I think Coach Turk's feeling good about how our defense played last drive.
Well rested.
Well rested. Long break, which was much needed.
Well,
so I can see him kicking it away here. Okay. Yeah, good call. I didn't see him come back in at safety, so thanks for that, Ryan.
Good observation. That's why we got the
Yep.
Godfather
Yeah.
down on the field. He's the man. He's got all the intel. Kick is deep. They'll return it. They got blockers. Hammersmith contains.
Oh, boy.
He's loose now. This is a problem. Nothing but the kicker. Jackson makes an attempt. He can't get him. He's gone.
He's going to take it to the house.
Big
That's
turn.
exactly what you don't want to see. I tell you what, he switched fields.
He did switch fields.
And everyone was cheated to the Bulldog side.
Yeah, nothing.
We had
left
great
but the
contain on this
kicker.
side, but the other side crashed in.
Yeah. Lost their little assignment, didn't get contained, nothing left but the kicker. I believe that was number 18. I couldn't quite tell, guys. We'll wait for Max McComb. He'll tell us. But I think that was Grottos, but maybe. Ryan, we're going to go down to you. Did you see who returned that for them?
I think it was number 11.
Number 11. Okay, thank you. That was Jacob Shipley.
Is that their kicker?
He
No.
says he's a receiver DB.
Okay. Now, here's the question, though.
Doggone it.
Does that change the offensive strategy? Because now you're going to – we need to hold them and get to tie. Do you get more aggressive with the play calling?
I think you're starting to think about the clock now.
Yeah,
Chad.
you gotta
You're
think about
down,
the clock.
You're down 2 scores, so you got to be very minimum. You have to have some tempo to the offense. You can go run heavy, but you got to be quick. Let's see if we can pull off a block here. We've had a block this year. This kicker is legit, though. Friedrichs, he's got a leg on him.
He must have polished his shoes today.
Well, they're shiny.
Got the arm sleeve and everything.
Oh, yeah, kicker is, they think. But he is a DB, so.
Yeah, I've been seeing him play corner over here.
Yeah, you got the arm sleeve, too. I think that's a DB thing.
Yeah.
Well, the Sycamore team likes it. Bulldogs not so much.
Man, that's exactly what we didn't want.
Got to get a quick one now.
Let's not take a break. Let's go back to the Godfather. Ryan, what you got on the field? What's the pulse down there?
Well, as you can imagine, the Bulldogs, they might feel a little bit defeated there on that last return. You know, Sycamore, they got a spark there that they needed. They took 20 seconds to score. So the Bulldogs are down 14. Dan, you mentioned it early. The offense has to come out with a little higher tempo in the fourth quarter. We have to move the ball, and we have to score it quick. So let's see what the Bulldogs got for the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we talk all the time about all phases of the game, and you know Coach Atkins is going to be disappointed with that third phase of special teams unit. You can't give up a long touchdown there after a score. You're only down 1 score. It's a whole new ball game, and just like that,
the momentum just shifts right back
to where we started.
I'm just going to say it out loud. You're taking risks now. Run a reverse.
Yeah.
Line them up back.
Yeah.
We've not seen that kind of trickery yet this year. We saw Jake when you guys were playing certainly a lot of that. So it's in the playbook somewhere.
Well, we saw Q do it a few times.
And they're not going to do it.
It's Braden Garrett on the return. He's got some blockers.
He does have some blockers.
But he's surrounded quickly by the Spartans, and they surround him about the 22-yard line.
There's the penalty. We'll pick up another 15.
Yeah. Heiser called it.
Yeah, Ryan did call that. A lot of extracurriculars down there.
A lot of jaw jabbing.
A little extra. Looks for extracurricular activities. That's only good during the week.
That wasn't even a smart push.
No.
Like, they're separated from the crowd, and he chucks them.
No. They're going to get rewarded for that, the Bulldogs.
That is going to be a personal foul.
We'll take 15. We'll march
take
it off.
whatever we can right now.
From the spot.
Heiser's always right on it.
Yep.
I wonder if he was talking to the officials. Heiser's a bank. He's a CEO of a bank. Maybe slid him a little
Got him a little
deposit.
little green back.
I don't know. I'm not accusing.
No, it's just a question.
No. Well, and he FDIC said no.
Well, a little bit more aggressive on this. Trips to the left, one to the right. Ashby in motion, and there's what's the ref calling here? I can't see his hands.
You didn't like the clock. It's a
didn't
clock,
like the clock.
issue.
Well, they showed their hand with that. Clearly, Ashby's going in motion.
Still playing really soft here on the edge. They got looks like a Sam linebacker, outside linebacker playing underneath, corner over top.
It's going to be an inside or
double pass.
Oh, it's trickery. You called it. There's another flag in the backfield over here. Not sure what that's going to be clear back here.
Really, I mean,
maybe a defensive hold.
Yeah.
One on the outside there, so.
Yeah, we got a hold.
You got to be on the defense that far back, doesn't it? I think the DB maybe panicked and held when he saw the trick play. That's exactly what
happened. Holding on the defense. Just like that, we got 25 yards in penalties.
Yeah, no, you called it, Chad. Break out the playbook, make a little magic here, a little trickeration.
Was that going to be Channing Byers throwing
Channing Byers on the double pass, yeah.
How about that?
I don't think they would have expected that at all.
Well, we certainly didn't. And it's a handoff to Ashby. They're going to let him in. He's got a first down to the 42-yard line.
Keep feeding him.
You know what it reminds me? This game reminds me. Remember the Nolan Johnson game?
Yes.
In the mud game where we just kept grinding. Ashby showing a little Nolan Johnson stuff.
8 seconds to go.
I think you mean Nolan Nierenhausen, but
I'm sorry.
We'll go with that.
Thank you, Jake. Thank you. That's why you're here. Yeah, Nolan Johnson's a baseball player.
Yeah.
And he's a senior.
Yep.
And he's a heck of a baseball player. He doesn't play football. Nolan Nierenhausen game, the mud game, your junior year.
Who was the Nolan that played for Texas MLB Rangers?
Nolan Ryan?
Nolan Ryan.
The old rubber arm?
He never played for the Bulldogs, did he?
I don't. Maybe in Texas. Maybe a Texas Bulldogs, but not Mahomet as far as I know.
I can tell you one thing. Coach is not happy. I think what happened there is they set the ball and they snapped it before the referee started the clock, and that was what the call was. No penalty on it, but they just stopped it.
Yeah, that's where the tempo. You're trying to get a tempo going, and you want the refs to help you out with that.
Yeah.
And there it is, 6 seconds to go. They'll get one more play this quarter. And no surprise there, Ashby will take it. That'll end the third quarter. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with you at Bulldog TV.
Christy Clinic has been delivering quality and personalized healthcare to the East Central Illinois region. Our culture is a unique blend of core values and a united vision. Christy Clinic. We listen. We care. The Mahomet-Seymour High School Athletic Boosters are proud to continue their support of 20 sport programs that make up MSHS Bulldog Athletics. They thank you for your continued support, and go Bulldogs! At D1 Networks, we take our role in connecting, protecting, and monitoring businesses in Central Illinois very seriously. When you need us, we'll be there, with service that sets the standard. From access control and structured cabling, to video surveillance and fiber installation, we always strive to provide creative solutions to the ever-changing technology needs of our clients. Contact D1 Networks today. Visit our website or call us at 855-836-6363.
All right, here we go. We've flipped the side of the field. Fourth quarter, Sycamore on top, 21-7.
Hey,
Bulldogs trying to put something together here.
Real quick, we got to thank our sponsors, our corporate partners, Dr. Andrew White, Busey Bank, Christie Clinic, D1 Networks, Jackson Quality Construction, Mid-America Mart, Subway Mahomet, First State Bacon Forest, Blager Concrete, and the Illinois National Guard.
2nd and 5 here. Dyer snap back to Ashby again. And looks like he got another first down. Yes, he did.
And we talk about growing up. This O-line is growing up right before our very eyes. They are dominating the trenches on offense. They are really pushing the envelope and dominating the game. The run game is obvious. Everybody knows we're doing it. They're still doing it. The Daniels twins, Finch, Lambeau pitching in.
Well, they're rotating
Metcalf.
that liner up. Metcalf Polis is out there, but he's switching places with Lambeau.
KMP, we call him. The old KMP. He's a big boy. He's a good boy. Old 72, the big boy. He'll play in college if he wants to.
Oh, yeah.
He's got all the tools for it.
First down for the Bulldogs.
Wow.
Actually, this has to be
Full game.
That has to be game stats.
Yeah, that's what I was
because they've
thinking.
had time of possession of 22 minutes. So the Bulldogs are winning the possession game here and the yardage. We just got to put a few more points on the board.
The 28-yard line.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Heis. It's definitely game set. You said 41 carries. That's a lot of carries.
Yeah,
so
that is a lot of carries. And I think,
but 20 of them came on that drive.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The first down play went back to Ashby. We got Dyer here, snap. Back to Ashby again. Looks like he's getting up close to the marker. We're going to have a 3rd and short here, 3rd and 2 it looks like.
The conundrum that we're in now for Burner is the clock is really against us right now. The run game's working, but, boy, that clock is ticking. We need 2 scores and a stop.
Well, this strategy, Dan, is they have to believe right now that their defense can get at least 1 stop.
Yep.
Otherwise, this strategy doesn't work.
Yep.
Right. Tristan Nelson subs in the backfield, number 40.
Ashby stays in, too. He's at the fullback spot, H-back.
Maybe an audible here. I'm not sure. They send Mo in motion. It's a bootleg.
Yep.
That boy.
Good keeper by Dyer.
Yeah, Luke did a good job of getting to the edge, and then he cut forward to get that first down. He could have went outside. He may have strung himself out, but he made a good decision to get that first down, move the chains, get going. Tom?
Yeah, good little play call there. Good little switch up from the normal handoff to Ashby. I like it. Looked like maybe a read option, reading that outside the DN there, or outside linebacker.
Yeah, and sending the guy in Mo in motion.
Yeah, sending Mo in motion to throw off
important.
the. Yep.
Free
Looks like a little movement pre-snap.
Doing all the right
5 yards.
And penalties.
Doing all the right things on this drive.
Hey, here's what surprises me about the defense. They're not bringing those safeties up to protect that run.
Nope.
They're still playing deep. I mean, we're deeper in their territory, but the whole way they just kept them 2 or 3 over the top.
They're keeping the linebackers down in the flats, it looks like. But, yeah, they're playing their corners at least 5 yards off every single time.
If not 10 on the
If not 10,
side.
yeah.
9:40.
1st and 5 here from the 12. Dyer in the shotgun, sends Hammer into motion. Snap, handoff to Ashby. Ashby gets another 2, 3 there.
A little turf toe.
Yeah, a little tripped up there.
Yeah, the old turf monster grabbed him that time. Otherwise, he's got a first down easy.
But Ashby's still rolling. They're going tempo here. Same formation. We got twins to the left with the H-back send Hammer back into motion. Back to Ashby. Looks like he's got the first down. He's still going close to the end zone. Down to the 2.
KMP.
3. Down to the 3.
You get behind KMP, and KMP just shoves him forward for the first down. He's all
Looks like we're going diesel package here with Brock running in and the big boys. Got Lambeau coming in.
Old Lamborghini coming in. Rev up the engines,
Rev up
boys.
the engine,
Put
boys.
the diesel. Diesel's high. It's high price.
Snap to Ashby. Close. No signal yet. Down to the 1.
Got to punch it in quick.
2nd and goal from the 1, it looks like.
Get that clock stop, boys. Sycamore, they're totally okay with keeping that pile on.
Yep. Looks like they're subbing Mo out. Running the play in with Hammer. Back to the diesel package.
We got to be quick.
Got to be quick here with the time. Got 8 minutes down. 8 minutes, 30 seconds left. Long huddle here. Dyer breaks it. Here we go. Dyer under center into diesel package again. Audible at the line. Snap to Brock. Doesn't get
read
it.
well.
Loses 2, it looks like, maybe 1. Going to be 3rd and goal. Got to go tempo here. Down to 8 minutes on the clock.
Definitely 4-down territory.
Definitely
You got
4-down
two
territory.
plays to get it in the pay dirt.
Looks like they're going back to base formation here, taking out Diesel.
Yeah, you got to keep them honest.
Got to keep them honest here.
They're stacking the box, so now we got to spread them out a little bit.
Are
got to
you sending
expect
someone out the flat for a pass here?
No, I don't think so. I think you give to Ash.
It's 4-down territory, so I don't know. We might see a pass here, but looks like got shotgun in the motion again. Back to Ashby. Read option. Dyer keeps it. And he gets in. Touchdown.
Attaboy.
He just kept moving his feet, and he got in.
Yep, he turned his big body around like a big boy, just settled into the end zone for a touchdown. Bulldogs.
Good take there. Good read on the option.
Yeah, good read option.
Yeah, good read option. That's what I was trying to get at.
Hey, let's send it down to the man with all the reads. Ryan Heiser, what'd you see on that play? Yes, sir.
Jackson Davis misses the PAT.
Oh, he missed it?
Wide left.
Gone it.
Looked like he got a little bit of rush into there. But yeah, missed it wide left. So that makes things a little bit more interesting here.
Yeah, now you got to go for 2, but you still got to get a stop.
Yep.
You still got to get a stop, and special teams is important. Got to make a play here on specials. What does Sketch say? Special teams, special players?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Check Tuesday.
Check Tuesday.
Check Tuesday. Check Tuesday.
Check. Tuesday.
Well, Dan, it's a family tradition.
Yep.
Family strong. Okay, Hank. Oh, excuse me.
All right, let's see if we got the outside contain players on the kickoff here. Make sure they keep contained here on the outside. No cutback lanes.
It's all about assignment football.
It's all
we
about
talk
assignment.
about it on kickoffs. You got to know your lanes. Stay in them.
I can tell you one thing. If they return it to their right, Brock Vanderveer is there, and he's
going to stick them.
He's going to fold them up.
He's going to stick. I heard you don't know how to fold, though. That's what I heard.
That's because Matt Anderson doesn't know anything.
Well, yeah, I know for a fact Callie does laundry in your house. It's an onside.
I'm not mad at that.
They were ready.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it.
And you gave them half the field, so they got 7.5 minutes to burn.
Yeah, that's a good call on the time.
Yeah, they were ready that time. The onside kick was right at number 20. I didn't get his number, but he recovered it easily. I got his number. I didn't get his name. That was Luke Howison on the recovery. Bulldog defense got to step up here. Give us a chance. Cade Harrell back in.
Just checked in, yep.
Well, let's see what Bert Goucher's going to line up. He's back in.
They got a jumbo package in here.
Their jumbo package is in. And it's a handoff to the up back. And he'll snatch out, 2, 3, Jake?
Yeah, maybe up to 4.
Well, it's not split hairs. It's just 3 or 4.
It's up there somewhere.
Here's what I'm observing. You know exactly what they're bringing. Okay, this is a great test in mental and physical fortitude for your Bulldogs. You know what they're going to do. They're going to try to punch you right in the mouth. Coach talked about it all week. We've got to stand up here.
Yeah.
Ask your linebackers to make plays. Let's see what happens.
Going back out to a base formation. Handoff looks like a jet sweep to 14.
Get in there.
Great play by the linebacker. 14, I didn't get his name. It's Josiah Mitchell on the handoff there.
And Henry Wagner.
And Henry Wagner on the tackle.
Yep, came up, read it well. They did a good job. Noah Frank on the DN did a great job of containing, made him cut back to that defensive linebacking position. Henry did the work.
Big third down here.
Yeah, you got to think, guys, that they're probably in 4-down territory on this side of the field, but you never know. We need a TFL. TFL.
You're going to take that risk. You want that first down.
Yep. Snap back to Goucher, handoff.
Yes, sir.
Stuffed at the line.
Yes, sir. Javon and others.
Ethan Esker in there.
Ethan Esker, the first one. Good answer by the defense. Brings up 4th down. This is maybe the play of the game coming up.
This is right here.
5:56 left. This is the play of the game for the Dogs. They bring in.
Oh, Javon's coming out.
Yeah,
Javon out.
They're trying to get speed on the
Hayden
on
Hart
that
coming
D
Hayden
line.
Hart coming on in.
And here comes the punt team, it sure
Yep.
looks like.
Does look like the punt team.
It's a conservative play by Sycamore. They're a conservative team by all rights. Looks like Hammer's back
Hammer
along with BG.
and BG, yep.
See if we can get a touch on this. Maybe get a block punt.
A little rugby style punt.
Brock
coming
right
in there.
Let it go, let it go, let it go.
Get in the end zone. Get in that end zone.
Oh, boy.
What a punt.
Great punt. Great roll,
Why did he
too.
let it go? He heard me, and
What
he
a
waved
punt.
off, and
Yeah,
then
you
we're going to
should-
take over up the 1. 99 yards to go, 5:18 to do it. We need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. How aggressive
Plenty of time.
is your
Plenty
play
of
calling
time.
now?
We got plenty of time.
Plenty of time. I think you stick to what's been working and then take a shot when it's necessary. If you get on that 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3, take a shot.
I think we got to mix in a couple throws here, though. They're going to be bringing the house, I feel like.
But now you've got to watch out.
You got to watch time, too.
Bert Goucher's going to be set up. If he's in that free safety, if
Yeah,
he's shading.
you got to be careful where he's at. Know where he's at all times.
First things first, we got to get out of this end.
Yep. Die in the backfield, little motion, little movement.
I thought we caught him.
No call. Hammer moved over the other side. Hand off to Ashby.
Get out of there.
Looks like he got one, maybe. 1 or 2.
Clock's ticking. Bulldogs do have all 3 timeouts. So does Sycamore. 5 minutes left in this one. Only down 8.
Who's on the far side? Is that Orton? Far right receiver.
We got Owen Seymour out here. We got Hammersmith on motion. Hand off to Ashby.
There we go.
Big gainer. Get up to the sticks. Close. 3rd and short here coming up for the Dogs.
But once again, Ashby gets to that second level, gets positive yards. Now you got the whole playbook at your disposal. But this is a big
You're in
play.
4 down. You're in 4 down the whole drive here. So you got 2 plays to get 2 yards here.
Do you go back to the run here, boys?
I think you stick with it. I think
At least to get the first down.
Yep. 3rd and short here. Hammer goes back into motion. Hand off to Ashby again. Looks like he got it, and he did. First and 10. Just feeding the workhorse. Feeding the workhorse.
Stumbling. Bumbling.
First and 10.
Ashby is earning his paycheck tonight.
Yes,
I don't
he
think he
is.
gets paid.
He's going to be hitting the hot tub after this game.
He's going to be sore tomorrow.
Yep. Hammersmith motion again. Back to Dyer. Hand off to Ashby up the middle. Looks like he gets 6 or 7 and maybe a horse collar. No,
I was
no
thinking
penalty.
horse collar.
Yep. They're going tempo. Bulldogs are going tempo.
Got to go tempo. Got to go quick. 3:52 and counting.
They start Hammer in that tight slot position. Hand off to Ashby again.
Nothing doing.
Nothing
Yeah,
doing.
I think that's where you need to take a shot.
Yep. 3rd and short here.
I'm putting Hammer on an island.
Yeah, send him to that.
Send him
to that boundary side.
Boundary side, and let him take the inside away from that DB while the safety's up.
Do a crosser route.
Or Owens on an island over here as well. Like, let's see if you can get him one-on-one.
Yeah.
3rd and 3, 3:25 to go. 4th quarter. Bulldogs down by 8.
Hammer back into motion. Snap to Ashby. And he gets forward.
He's got
Close
it.
to the sticks. Looks like he got it.
Yeah, it's going to be
First
good.
and 10. Feeding the workhorse. 3 minutes remaining.
Boy, we got a chance here if we can break one.
Looks like we're going tempo. Twins to the left. Snap
we
back
go.
pass.
There's the shot.
Looking for Seymour.
Go up.
And it's incomplete.
Ooh, baby.
Boy.
Tough play, especially with Goucher
I tell
playing
you,
that.
he really
that-
recovered quickly.
Yeah. He has some serious range over here on this field side.
Well, we're fortunate that didn't end up in Sycamore's hands.
Yes.
Owen did
But
a
do
great
you need
job.
a long shot here? Quick crossing routes.
Yeah.
Like get that
Safety.
thank you,
Goucher.
Dan.
Yeah.
What was that position called? Get the
Goucher.
safety playing honest. Get him playing up.
Yeah, maybe you look him off, try to get him cheating one way and go the other way.
Dyer back into the shotgun. Flip to Hammer. Hammer gets tripped up behind the line.
Good
Loss
play.
of 1, maybe 2. We're going to have 3rd and long here. Maybe they said they got 1. No. Yeah, we lost 1. So it's 3rd and long here.
Good play by the Spartans to get on the edge there on that pitch to Hammer. Nothing doing.
A lot of
Bringing
time.
in a lot of receivers here. We got
2:30.
four wide, twins, and a back in the backfield.
Nearly 30 seconds coming off of the clock here.
3rd and long. Got to have it here. Got to get a couple yards.
Here comes a blitz.
Snap back. Here comes a blitz up the middle, and Dyer just gets swallowed up.
Yeah, we didn't pick up that blitz. The linebacker showed early, and we just didn't pick it up.
4th and long. Big play up here.
This is for the game.
This is for the game.
all the marbles, boys.
This is where you find your playmaker here. I can see him going. Yep. 80 checks in.
Well, you wonder if there's a timeout coming, but they're gonna roll with it.
Yep.
1:58 to go.
Bryson checks in.
Got to find Hammer here.
Got 5 wide. Trips to the right, the field side. Empty formation. Dyer snap back.
He's got a
shotgun
right over the middle.
He's got time. He's got a man over the middle, and it's
Oh,
intercepted.
nearly picked.
Nearly picked on the ground. Thought it was picked. Turnover on downs. Now we need defense to get a big stop here quick with 1:40, down 8.
Yeah, this is when you got to start digging. You got to try to find a fumble somewhere. You got to really stand them up and dig. Try to get that turnover. There's nothing much left here. Got to go for that strip. Try to punch that ball out. Stand them up. Ask your linemen, your linebackers, stand them up here. Have them DBs go raking. That's the only way we can get that ball back.
I have a feeling they're going to go jumbo package here and just run clock. Is that true? We got 3 timeouts?
I think we have 2, but
two timeouts.
I'm not 100%.
Up the gun.
Well, that
Gain
doesn't
of
help.
4 or 5. Going to be second and either 5 or 6 here, depending on the spot.
Like to see the Bulldogs stand up here and keep this game within 1 score if they can. 1:24 left. Clock is ticking. You got to expect timeouts are coming.
Yeah, they're just going to keep feeding Justice, looks like Verona, or 44.
The big back.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, 44. Where's he at?
Well, he's out on the field, Jake.
Yeah. Trying to find his name. We got to give him credit here. Cooper Bodie. Looks like Cooper Bodie's going to get a lot of carries
We've called his
here.
name on defense a lot, too. He's a really special player for them.
I'm wondering why we haven't called a timeout. There's been another almost 40 seconds come off the clock, and finally we get one. But it's, I think,
down to 53 here, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that took so long, but they finally called the timeout. And there are 2 remaining, I guess, after that one. So we must have I thought we had one earlier in the half, but we didn't. Let's take it down to Heiser. Heiser, what you got?
I don't know that I have much to update here, guys. One thing we can say, though, about Cade Ashby, he is definitely what you call a downhill runner. He lowers his head and plows it out for 4, 5, 6 yards every time. If you notice, if he gets to the 7 or 8 yard line, or 7 or 8 yards out, he doesn't know what to do if there's nobody in front of him to run over. So, maybe pull your head up a little bit every once in a while, Cade.
Yeah, you're right. Silver lining in this game is we found a running game.
We did.
And teams going forward are going to have to respect Cade Ashby and that O-line and our running game. You got to hope that you bring back Peters healthy. We don't have an update on that, but certainly that'll help.
We had an update earlier on that. We'll update you in a minute.
Okay. Again, Sycamore sticks with the run.
Sycamore sticks with the run, gets false forward for, looks like 2.
Another
timeout. Yeah, so Trey, he's definitely out for tonight. He came out with a cast on his right leg.
Okay.
But he is walking on it.
He is walking on it.
So a walking boot, more or less?
Yes. They just said lower body for now.
Okay, well, that's promising.
It wasn't a boot. It was like a cast, like a what they put
an ice pack wrapped
and
on
then
it.
ice pack on his knee.
All right.
And then a brace almost. I think it was more of a brace than a cast.
All right, well, let's hope
they didn't take his leg off at half, guys.
They didn't take his leg off, no.
No, that's good. That's good. We don't need that.
We're going to have a 3rd and 3 here. Big stop for the Dogs. I'm guessing 4 down territory here for Sycamore. This close to the end zone.
Of course, next week is homecoming. Chad, have you got your date for the dance?
I got you a dress.
Oh, did you?
Go.
Yeah.
I hope it's a long one.
And some stilettos.
I hope those are high heels.
That's actually what.
Oh, is that the terminology for that? Did you get me a corsage? Do they still
A
do
bouquet.
that? Do they still do? Do they do the cummerbunds? If they don't, we need.
I don't reach that time in the
bring,
game where it's become ridiculous.
I don't know what a cummerbund is, so I'm guessing no.
We need to bring back the cummerbund.
Third
there
short
we
here.
go.
Snapback handoff to Bodie. Bodie goes forward for a first down.
Is it?
I don't know.
It looks like, yeah.
it is.
The spot looked like it.
And that's going to be it.
Yep.
Nothing we can do to stop the clock, I don't believe. 41 seconds left, only one timeout left. Let's give the Bulldogs credit, though. The second half
a lot of adjustments
was great.
Yeah. Let's focus on the highlights here.
Yes, sir.
You said it earlier. The run game we never saw coming.
No.
Nope.
The other thing that I really didn't see coming is, except for this last two drives, the Bulldogs really gave it to them on their run game, which was what they wanted to come in and establish.
Yep. No, they did a great job, and you know what? We got beat with the pass early, and that might be the difference in this ball game.
I think the kick return was a huge momentum shift, too, as well.
100%. Good call on that, Jake. That was a momentum turner. Kind of a game changer.
Yep. Final here tonight, Sycamore 21, Mahomet-Seymour 13.
Great effort.
Dogs dropped to 1-2. Conference play
opens up next week.
Sycamore's 3-0.
Sycamore's 3-0. Conference play opens up next week.
Homecoming. We'll be right back here next Friday. We'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We've got Coach Atkins for the Coach Atkins postgame show coming right up.
Andrew White Dentistry is Mahomet's choice for quality dental treatment in a friendly environment. Dr. White is proud to serve his hometown of Mahomet from their new location at 1112 Broadmoor in Champaign. Call 217-359-5050 to set up an appointment today. Jackson Construction and Restoration is a family-owned and operated company specializing in residential and commercial services. We have been serving Central Illinois for over 20 years. If you want to remodel a room, restore a deck, or even start fresh with a new house, Jackson is there. And in the times of need after any fire or storm damage, our team of experts is there to help you rebuild or restore your home. Call now for an estimate on your next project.
Growing your family, opening your own business, retiring to travel, leaving your legacy. At Busey Bank, we know there's a lot to look forward to and a lot of planning along the way. Celebrate your life's milestones by putting your money to work. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Since 1929, Christie Clinic has been delivering quality and personalized healthcare to the East Central Illinois region. Our culture is a unique blend of core values and a united vision. Christie Clinic. We listen. We care. The Mahomet-Seymour High School Athletic Boosters are proud to continue their support of 20 sport programs that make up MSHS Bulldog Athletics. They thank you for your continued support, and go Bulldogs! At D1 Networks, we take our role in connecting, protecting, and monitoring businesses in Central Illinois very seriously. When you need us, we'll be there, with service that sets the standard. From access control and structured cabling, to video surveillance and fiber installation, we always strive to provide creative solutions to the ever-changing technology needs of our clients. Contact D1 Networks today. Visit our website or call us at 855-836-6363. Andrew White Dentistry is Mahomet's choice for quality dental treatment in a friendly environment. Dr. White is proud to serve his hometown of Mahomet from their new location at 1112 Broadmoor in Champaign. Call 217-359-5050 to set up an appointment today. Jackson Construction and Restoration is a family-owned and operated company specializing in residential and commercial services. We have been serving Central Illinois for over 20 years. If you want to remodel a room, restore a deck, or even start fresh with a new house, Jackson is there. And in the times of need after any fire or storm damage, our team of experts is there to help you rebuild or restore your home. Call now for an estimate on your next project.
Growing your family, opening your own business, retiring to travel, leaving your legacy. At Busey Bank, we know there's a lot to look forward to and a lot of planning along the way. Celebrate your life's milestones by putting your money to work. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
In a nice way. Here. I don't know what they're probably using the booth cam, but how much longer are we going to go for? Well, Coach Atkins comes up for a post game. I was told that there's a post game. My apologies. Well, you keep this loose, man. Yeah, this thing doesn't hurt. No. Yeah, I do. Token stuff is so loose. You gotta get good shots. Not yet. Wait for this camera. Yeah. We're doing a showdown, post-game show. Yeah. Well, on the field.
Well, we're here, Bulldog fan, back with Coach John Atkins. That's John without an H. Coach, tough game. Let's talk about some positives that we were really surprised at. Number one, we thought that Sycamore would come in here and want to just run smash mouth. That's unofficial, right? That's what Dan and I thought. The defense really stepped up, and we're stuffing that up first quarter, second quarter. That was really good to see. You talked earlier today on our show about growing up. In that respect, I think they really grew up tonight. I think that's a big positive for the team. Second positive in my head, of course, maybe the Trey Peters coming out changed this. I don't know. You guys know better than us. But the run game was a bright light. We just didn't see that coming. We've seen pass. Didn't even know that was sitting in the arsenal. What are your thoughts? Run us through that.
Well, I'm not into moral victories, I'll tell you that. I hate losing. It doesn't happen very often, especially on this field. And so I'm upset that we didn't get the job done because I wish we could have done a couple things differently here or there. Truthfully, that is how close we are. We are a couple plays away from being toe-to-toe with a state-ranked team that's in the state finals year in and year out. And that's exactly why we scheduled this game, because I wanted to see where our program was at. I'm very proud of our kids for their effort overall, more importantly, their physicality. Again, we spoke about it this morning. We preached it all week to our kids. I mean, we gave up 42 points in the second half, struggled to move the ball last week, got out physicaled by a Highland team in the second half there. And I'm telling you, hats off to our coaching staff for the effort that they put into our kids this week about preaching that mindset and that mentality, because you're right. We know, Sycamore knows. They'll be the first one to tell you they wanted to come in and double tight, double wing it. And I think we had at least 2, maybe even 3 stops on fourth down there. Our kids flat played a physical 4-quarter war. Man, I love our kids to death. I hate it for them. I hate that they didn't get a taste victory against this team. But I did tell them this. I said we are on the right track, and we are growing up before your eyes. We are playing physical football. We played a much cleaner second half. I think if we can redo some things in the first half there, too many penalties and turnovers, right? We can't afford that in good ball games like this against tough teams. But gosh dang it, we're so close. And I can't wait to see how this team continues to progress, continues to grow up, continues to play physical. You know, we open conference play at home next week, and our kids got a sour taste in their mouth right now, and I can't wait to see what they're going to put on display, because we know what our goals are, and we got our mindset, and I told them, if we stay focused, we're going to see these guys again, and I can't wait for that opportunity.
Yeah, you talked about all week, you talked about getting punched in the mouth and weathering the storm and fighting right back, and I thought the kids did an amazing job. They took the blows, they absorbed them, they battled back, and if not for a special teams breakout in that second half, I'm telling you what, we're knocking on the door. Yeah. I couldn't be more proud of your group. I thought their effort was exactly what you wanted. You talked about a good week of practice. I hope the kids watch this back and understand. I know you preach it, but from a sideline view, practice makes Friday nights pretty easy, and I think that transpired tonight. You had them ready, but talk about that momentum shifting special teams play, what that did. But give your guys credit; they didn't throw in the towel, right? Like, no that doubt. Could have been a deal breaker mentally, but the sidelines didn't give up. You still battled. Talk about that.
I mean, I just got done telling the newspaper, we had the ball back with 4 minutes to go, with a chance to go and tie it, and you lose a 8 point game without your star wide receiver, who basically for 3 quarters we did it without them. You're right. We spoke about it just a minute ago too, and hats off to Cade Ashby, the workhorse.
Grinder.
He's the definition of a dog.
Yep.
I mean that kid was awesome. Just tough yards, always falling forward. Those 3, and then those 3 busted to 6. Again, we showed that we're capable of playing their style of football. Again, I don't know that they knew that we were capable of that, because basically we kind of did to them what they're notorious for doing to other people, and what they've done through 2 weeks essentially. So yeah, hats off to our kids. Our offensive linemen responded really well after the week and that they had last Friday. Great week of practice, and then it showed, with Cade getting those tough yards. And I mean, again, I hate it for our kids that we lost, because to your point, that's going to be our goal, and our focus is to make them understand and realize you had a great week of practice. We preached physicality. We were the Buffalo and took the Storm head on this week. And we're 3 games into it. We've probably played the 3 toughest games
hands down
in probably the state. I'm going to throw that out there. And again, I like where we're at. Yeah. We're not 3-0, right? It'd be awesome if we were, but man, are we battle tested, and we're ready for this conference play to start. We don't ever look ahead to things. But, man, if we can take care of business, these next several weeks and get ourselves in the playoffs, there's no doubt that we're battle-tested and ready for what this challenge of Week 10 and beyond might look like. But to our point that we said earlier, we have to continue this mindset of continuing to show up each and every day, getting better at something, even if it's a little thing. It's going to overall make us better and make the team better. And our kids did that this week, and as long as we continue to do that throughout, I'm so excited for this season and this group of kids.
Well, we got Charleston at homecoming week coming up. A lot of distractions with that, of course. And Charleston, you've got some history there. What's that game mean to you from a personal level, but also – touch on again. We talked about Ashby. It reminded me of the Nolan Nierenhausen game. We talked about
no doubt.
You remember that game?
I do, 100%.
Like, it reminded me of that, where you knew that's what we were doing, and he just kept grinding, falling forward. He was a baller tonight, and I think it really showed the conference and everybody else, you're not one-dimensional. Your O-line really grew up tonight. We knew their returning experience, but, man, they showed out tonight.
Well, that's just it. They just weren't blocking at the first level. They're getting to the second and deeper.
Yeah.
And I think if you're the next handful of teams looking at Mahomet, it has to give you pause that this isn't just, they're just going to throw on you. You got a totally different game to prepare for.
Yeah, that really shed a lot of light on it.
You're absolutely right. And again, hats off to that entire offensive coaching staff and then our players. Again, guys being thrown into the fire here. Seymour comes in and again, maybe doesn't have the stats, but does exactly what we need him to do. He knows where he's supposed to go. He lines up correctly. He had some good blocks downfield, right? Like, for us to be able to lose our hero and not miss a beat, and in fact, like you guys said, show something that now maybe puts some more fear into some other coaches.
Absolutely.
Of, man, they're even this dynamic. We've known it all along. We knew that we were capable of this, and we showed it again against a very good, big, physical, strong, tough Sycamore team. So.
Well, and we know you hate losing. We hate losing, right? Yeah. But you're not playing Sycamore and
Highland
and getting blown out. You're a collective 9 points against 2 really, really good teams. And that, even though you're disappointed, that's got to give you somewhere a spot of pride and hope going in. Like, no, we're ready. We're ready for what's coming.
Yep, and again, that's exactly what my message just was to the team. That's exactly what I preached. I want us, this weekend, tomorrow, to take a step back and just look and think for a second. You just hung toe-to-toe with the ranked number 4, whatever they are, year in and year out program that's in the state title. We haven't been there, and you know what I'm saying?
Forever.
And that's where we're at. That's how close we are. And I'm going to credit our senior leadership. Jack Jessup had the theme of the week this week and did an awesome job with our team, leading our team, that whole collective group of 10 seniors. Guys, I know how we're going to respond from this, and I can't wait to see it. It's going to be a great season.
Wait. Next Friday, Frank Dutton Field homecoming, Charleston. It should be fun. I know your guys are going to be ready. Talk real quick. I know we're going extended time a little bit here.
Your guys' show.
No, it's Coach Atkins' post-game show. That's what we call it. But talk about homecoming is a lot of distractions. You got date night, at the dance. You got the parade. You got all this other stuff. How do you keep them focused? And I know after a game like this, it probably is a little bit easier, but talk about it. The week leading up during homecoming.
I mean, no disrespect to this, because I think homecoming is for the student body and the alumni and the community. And that's what I preach. That's why we have homecoming, is for the alumni to be able to come back and get honored. It's for the community to celebrate their team and their school. It's for the student body to have that homecoming, right? We all had homecomings, and that, what an exciting time in a kid's
Great
life.
Memories, yeah.
But I also tell our kids, it's built around a football game. Everybody will be here because of this word homecoming. And we have to stay focused and remember that we still have a job to do. Again, you don't want to get embarrassed because you didn't do what it takes to perform when your whole community, your alumni, your student body are here watching you and the football game that you have to participate in. So that right there is kind of the nail in the head of we have to stay focused. Again, right, we got these goals and a loss, Sycamore and all this stuff that we can talk about, but at the end of the day, homecoming is built around a football game, and you have to stay focused. You have to remember that we have a job to do. Enjoy the Saturday night dance and all that stuff. That's great. Go watch the girls, play powder puff. That's one of my favorite things. Me and my kids and my wife, we sit down. It's awesome, right? Some of those girls get after it. I need to sign them up, seriously.
But that senior class is going to win. I'm telling you what. I saw the spread. They're covering.
But to that point, though, all of that is great, and I love that kids get that opportunity to be kids, but we cannot lose focus of the task at hand, and that is a Friday night football game that we must make sure that we are prepared for and we show up and we perform for.
Well, Chad, we're going in, and Coach, we're going into – it's a 4-quarter game, right? It's also a 4-quarter season. We're going into the second quarter now. We're at heading to halftime. It's a long season. I love the growth so far. We knew there was going to be growth. They're growing up before our eyes. We talked about it here. We talked about it during the game. But for all you viewers at home that are still hanging with us, come out next Friday. Come here to the game. You can watch us back after the game. Come to the stadium, Frank Dutton Field. And by the way, we have a new segment that we call Coach's Couch. That's on a different YouTube channel. Google YouTube, Coach's Couch, Mahomet, find it, like, subscribe. We're going to be live from Yo-Yo's this week on Thursday at 6:15. We welcome the community to come join us at Yo-Ho's. Or Yo-Yo's.
Sounds like a good
It sounds like Ding Dong or Twinkie. No, it's Yo-Yo's, coffee, whatever. Come out 6:15 Thursday. Coach will be there. We'll be live. We'll stream it live, but we'd like for you to come out. Coach, what a great growing-up game. I know you're disappointed, but, man, it was fun to watch. Fun game to call. We're excited about this team. We're excited about homecoming. Can't wait to see the Charleston game. I know you're going to lose sleep over it.
Coach, thanks
I lose sleep over everything. You know.
Thanks for giving us access coming up, being a good sport about it. That'll end this week's Coach Atkins post-game show. Come to the field next week while we take on Charleston for homecoming.
That's a wrap.
Good night.